Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Cape Shit Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Hector, also known as CN6.
And I'm your other co-host. This is Hav, and today we have assembled to do a super review of 2011's Thor, the first Thor movie from MCU Phase 1, man.
Yep, the first Thor movie, man.
Yep.
And now I got a few things to say about this one, man.
Oh, shit.
I don't think, nothing bad.
Oh, okay.
Nothing bad. But before we get into it, guys, I just want to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
Yep.
Also, make sure you follow our socials at Cape Shit Podcast or go to capeshitpodcast.com. Also, make sure you follow our Super Synopsis on all socials for 1 minute or less crash course on your favorite heroes or villains. The socials are at Super Synopsis or go to supersynopsis.com. All the links will be down in the description. And you guys could follow that because I know we do our Super Synopsis segments, and we just do it one time whenever like a character first appear, like whatever their first appearance is in a movie, and that's it. So if you want to Super Synopsis on a specific character, follow those socials. There will be video. There'll be like it'll be like a Super Synopsis how we typically do, but it'll just be like in video format, essentially. So yeah, all the links will be down in the description. But with that being said, man, suit the fuck up, Brand, because
we're about to get into it.
Man. Suit the fuck up.
All right, bro.
Fucking Thor.
Thor 1, the first Thor movie.
Dude, I don't remember, like, I deadass. I don't remember. I remember I saw this movie just once, bro.
Me too.
It's one of those movies where I just saw it once and I'm like, all right, bet. One and done type shit.
Yeah, dude. This one. I think
same thing with the Hulk. Like
yeah. So I think back when we did the Incredible Hulk review, I said of the Phase 1 movies, Hulk was the one that I've watched the least amount of, like rewatched the least amount of times. That was not true. Thor, I've seen once.
Oh shit!
I've only seen it once prior to last week, but when I had to rewatch it in preparation for this pod, right? No, I had only seen that movie once, and I saw it late, actually.
What do you mean? You saw it?
I saw it like mid 2010s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. I didn't watch
wow.
it. I did not see it in theaters when it came out.
That's criminal. That's criminal coming from Hav.
Yeah, bro.
Usually you're on that shit.
I know. I don't know why,
crazy.
dude. I never saw it in theaters. I saw it late. I think I saw it well after the first Avengers movie came out.
Oh, okay.
But definitely before the second one, before Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay.
But I did watch it after Avengers. So I think, to me, personally, the first introduction to Thor that I had, I think, was the Avengers. Loki.
The Avengers, really?
The first Avengers movie was my first introduction to Loki
I do remember,
and Thor and all these characters. I don't remember seeing Thor before the Avengers.
No, I do remember watching.
Really?
Yeah, I do remember watching Thor before the Avengers.
And I saw it on... I think I saw it at home, and I forget if it was on a streaming service or something.
Probably, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Or like those movies that we talked about in the previous pod.
Oh, the pirate shit?
Unless it was in there.
For me, it wasn't.
No, yeah.
For me, it wasn't. Probably for you.
No. I actually don't even remember when I saw this movie, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but it was definitely before the Avengers.
Was it in theaters?
Was it in theaters? I'm trying to remember.
Because this movie came out 2011. And
Avengers came out the next year.
Exactly.
I probably did see it in theaters. I just don't remember. But I know I saw it. I just saw it once, and it was before the Avengers.
Wow.
I probably did. I just don't fucking remember. It's like one of those movies I saw as a kid. I'm like, all right, cool. And that was it.
You just move on.
Avengers was, I think, the only movie that, that was like one of the older movies I actually remember.
Right.
Because that shit was fire.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. I can't wait till we do that review, dude.
That shit was fire.
The review...
So that means...
Yeah.
Okay, so Avengers came out the next year. That means Captain America came out...
2011.
Whoa, dude.
Same year.
Marvel was like just pumping shit out. Because that's two movies in
1 year.
In 1 year. I mean,
and they did, they did,
that's so strange that they did that in 1 year, but Iron Man was what, 2 years?
2010.
Interesting.
And I believe Hulk came out in 2008. Same year as Iron Man 1.
Yeah, but then the next Iron Man movie was 2 years later. That's strange, huh? And then the next year, they dropped two movies on the same year.
And then the next year.
Back
to one.
That's interesting.
Yeah, man. But For them, bro, it was a little more simpler times, I guess you could say. Because for them to set up the Avengers, you know, you got to remember this is 2011,
Yeah.
bro. It's been quite a few decades since these motherfuckers sold the rights to Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four to other film companies. So in setting up for the Avengers, they didn't really have a lot of solo origin story heroes they had to set up. They just had to like kind of set up a few, and Thor was one of them. You know what I mean? So for them to be like pumping out, I mean, there really wasn't much to pump out because it was just
That's true.
a solo movie, like showing the origins of the core Avengers, and then you have like little side characters making cameos in the movies, and then
I guess
the Avengers, that's when they all form.
I guess the reason why I said that was because like okay, now we know MCU got that money. So they could pump out shit like
right now,
whatever, right? But back then, I feel like they were still kind of new to it, and to me, I'm just kind of surprised. Like, oh wow, like they said, fuck it, let's drop another blockbuster movie the same year. You know what I mean? Like
the way it works, bro. It just depends if they're able to get all the pieces to fall in place on time. Because what they do is like they have the idea, they have to think of like, well, who's gonna write the script? Like, all right, we got to hire the person that writes the script. After that, we got to get the director. After that, we got to cast the actors.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, a lot of times, man, when movies get made, like directors are in talks, and then shit falls through.
Yeah.
And they can't do it, so they leave, and then they approach somebody else. So it takes a while. Maybe the Thor movie was supposed to come out 2010, and then it got pushed to 2011, or who knows, right? Or maybe Avengers was supposed to be. Well, no, Avengers probably would have been 2012, regardless. But I mean, Captain America was supposed to come out 2012.
Yeah,
or something.
That's
But
true,
but they were able to find an actor a screenwriter, a director early on that they didn't have to postpone anything. So for them, it's not so much like they were pumping out. It's just like that's just how it happened. And with a production like that, I mean, because you know, at this point, Disney.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
at this point
with Disney.
Yeah, at this point, like with Disney, like Disney was big enough that they could have multiple productions happening on it.
Was it with Hulk? Like when Marvel was part of Disney?
No, I think Hulk. It was with
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, I believe, is when it started.
Okay.
Now, granted, if I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not fucking this up. I think Disney came into the picture and bought Marvel Studios after the Hulk, and they financed Iron Man 2. However, if you watch Iron Man 2, it still has the Paramount logo.
Oh yeah,
the mountain, and I can't remember if Paramount is on Thor. I don't remember if it started off with Paramount.
I can't remember, bro.
But it's one of those things where it's like, am I fucking it up? Are they not with Disney yet?
Yeah, right.
Or is Disney partnered with Paramount?
Like,
and then eventually, movies. Like, they went Splitsville, and they were like, we don't need you no more. Now we're funding this shit completely. But I don't know. I don't think so, bro. I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think Disney did come along. Because it would make more sense when we did the super review for Iron Man 2, and we talked about that the biggest flaws in that movie was them pushing the Avengers setup story arc. That sounds like some like higher up producer shit.
Yeah.
That sounds like some Disney shit. That's
yeah, that's
not gonna lie.
That's
so
facts.
that's why
facts.
it kind of like makes more sense. I could have sworn when I was doing super facts, it said that that's when they started.
Okay, but I mean, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But listen, man, Thor. Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. This. Right off rip, I'm not gonna lie. This movie, I'm kind of like pairing it with like the Incredible Hulk, in a way.
You're what?
Pairing it with the Incredible Hulk.
Comparing it. Okay.
Pairing it, how much I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I don't think this movie, in my opinion, was like whoa,
fire.
Like oh my god, it's one of the best things ever.
Gotcha.
But it was definitely good. I liked it. I thought it was definitely a good movie. It was, like I said, man. The past movies we've seen better than the current MCU shit at least. And not only that, I fuck with this Thor way better than our current Thor. Than our current Thor. Like it's a huge Thor. Dude. It's such a crazy
change. It's
a crazy change.
Yes, bro. It's nothing like how he is.
It's so weird when I'm watching this movie, bro. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like,
dude, yeah.
That this motherfucker changed like crazy.
Yeah, dude. I didn't like that, to be honest.
I don't think anyone likes it.
I don't like it. No, I mean, no, that's not true. Because there's a lot of people out there who fuck
majority
with new Thor.
You would say majority?
Majority, maybe half.
Okay.
Only because, like, okay, mutual friend, right? Danny.
Oh, Danny.
He likes this Thor, I guess. I remember when the Thor Love and Thunder trailer came out. It was just a trailer. I remember me and Danny used to work at the same job, and we and I bumped into him, and he was like, "That fucking trailer looked raw, bro. Like, I'm hyped as hell." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know, Danny. Like, it's being written and directed by the same guy that did Ragnarok, and I felt like that movie was too jokey. Didn't really take itself too serious. It kind of dumbed down Thor. I just hope they don't do it with this one.
That's true. Danny did love Ragnarok.
Yeah, he loved Ragnarok and shit. And for me, I never understood. I know this is not has nothing to do with this Thor movie, but just a little side thing. I don't understand how people can love Ragnarok and hate Love and Thunder. To me, it's like if you liked one of them, you have to like the other, or if you hated one of them, you have to hate the other because they're both very similar. It's just that Love and Thunder amplified the comedy
Ragnarok
and the jokes and shit to 11. So for me, it's like I never understood why people. Because there's people out there who are like, dude, Ragnarok, oh my god, it was so good, it was so funny, blah, blah, blah. And then Love and Thunder, what the fuck is this bullshit?
I mean, when we saw Thor, oh, you weren't there. When we saw Thor Love and Thunder, I was going to say there was a person watching it that loved it, absolutely loved it.
Oh, and you've told me this
laughing
story.
Stuff. Guys, if I'm not going to tell the story here because like it's a crazy tangent, go check out the Heat Ray Vision podcast. Link will be down in the description. Go check out our Thor Love and Thunder review that Mario and I did. Jav wasn't there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we reviewed it, and that you'll understand that story. So go check that one out. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of true, man. I mean, Ragnarok. Here's the thing, Ragnarok, man. At first, I was like, all right, man, what's going on here? This is completely different, right?
You know what's actually really funny, dude?
What's up?
When I saw Ragnarok in theaters, I was like, wow, that was a great movie. I swear to God. I was like, this movie was fucking cool, man. I fucked with it. And low key, I took a girl out on a date. She was kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But I was like, this movie was raw. And
so,
then
like, wait, I'm confused. So like,
I enjoyed
threw that in there. the girl made it better. Like a better experience.
Yeah,
you know what?
It fit the vibe. I was like, oh shit.
She liked this. So I said, hey man, I like it too. Fuck it, man. I'm trying to get laid right now.
Hey man,
she made it better. Fuck
she
it.
made it better.
That's because you just threw that in there. It's like freaking dick. In there, bitch.
Bitch, it's Thor. I push her off, stupid bitch. But
then that's no joke, bro.
That's facts. That's facts.
Like if I'm watching Infinity War, bro,
you better get the fuck up.
You better get the fuck off me, bitch.
What the fuck?
Also real
shit.
Thanos
is on screen.
For real, bitch.
You trying to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I want to go see Deadpool 3, bro. Like say like I had a girl and shit. She's trying to get freaky dick. I'm like, yo,
fuck out of here, bro.
It's fucking Deadpool.
My dad's
3.
on.
For real, like
Wolverine
it's Deadpool 3, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'd actually report her to an AMC employee.
Yo, this bitch. This bitch harassing me. Get her,
grabbing me and shit.
Please take her off the premise.
She out here grabbing me and shit.
For real, man. Like what the hell?
Oh my god.
But
I remember liking the movie.
Oh yeah.
When I first saw it, and then upon rewatching it, dude, I think I watched it at home again. And I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna watch Thor again. I remember being like, damn it. The jokes are off rip right as the movie started.
Javi, I think you're just high off the chick, bro. Like you're like, dude, I'm stoked right now. I'm on a date. She's bad as fuck. This movie lit.
But I barely talked to this.
The popcorn tastes better. Like I think you were just on that type.
I don't know,
bro.
Man. To be honest,
fuck?
To be honest,
That's
I don't know.
Funny.
I don't know, bro.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Ragnarok. I don't think it was trash.
I don't think it was
trash.
I wouldn't call it that. It's just not my personal cup of tea.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not. Yeah. It's not. Hashtag like
exactly.
Not my Thor.
Exactly.
That's just how I feel about it.
So yeah, I mean,
this Thor though.
That's what I'm saying. This Thor is like so much better. And obviously, in the beginning of the movie, we'll get into it. He does a couple things that like he's kind of annoying. He's all right, bro. But that's the point, right? He's at this point he's like very childish and not necessarily ready to be Thor. You know, he's not worthy enough to be Thor, and we see that throughout this movie. But I mean, with that being said, man, let's get into it, right? Because so yeah, the beginning of the movie starts off with we meet Jane Foster, right? And then Eric Selvig, which is the that guy, and then Darcy Lewis, which we see in WandaVision.
She was in WandaVision. Well,
she was in WandaVision.
Back, yeah.
She comes back in WandaVision. Yeah. So yeah, right here, guys, in the beginning of the movie, they're in a New Mexico desert, working from a van while conducting research, right? Some type of research. When suddenly a large like tornado shit starts to develop, and they drive towards it on some Twister shit.
They're like,
when you feel it.
chase it.
Like, to me, it's like, bro, I mean, when I see a tornado, I'm like, yo, I'm running, bro. Like,
I'll chase the other direction.
For real, like, why am I
I'll chase
going
safety,
there, bro? That's what I'm saying. And I remember as they were driving through, I think it was Darcy was like, yo, what the fuck are we doing?
She was like,
get the fuck out of here, bro.
Jade's like, what are you, stupid?
That's what I'm
No, she was, because like, she's like an intern.
Yeah,
so she's
yeah,
like, it's not worth 5 extra credit points.
That's what I'm
I was like, bro, that's nothing.
Dude, I fuck with her, man. I fuck
She's
with her
funny.
vibe. I fuck with, especially like through movies, like, oh look, it's Mimi or some shit.
Yeah.
Do you remember that part where they try to say Mjolnir? I can't even say it now. Mjolnir, right? And she says it like, oh look, it's Mimi or some shit. I don't know, man. It's just funny.
No, she's good. I like
fuck with her.
Kat Dennings is pretty funny.
Oh, that's her. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
right. That's her actor
yeah.
name. I'm gonna just call her Darcy. She's fire though.
Yeah.
But anyways, they end up driving over there, right? And they're starting to like investigate, and then they just randomly like
They drive what looks like they looks like they drive into the tornado.
into the tornado.
And
yeah.
then when they're like, obviously you can't see shit. You're in the middle of the tornado, like you just see a bunch of like wind and smoke and stuff, and all of a sudden you just some dude just fucking crashes head on into the window.
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck was that? And then like the tornado goes away. And then they're like, everyone get the fuck out. And everyone gets out of the van and they run to this guy. And it's fucking Thor.
It's fucking Thor, bro.
Thor's just on the ground, knocked out. And you're like, what the fuck? Where'd this guy come from?
Yep.
And then like black screen. And that's when we get like the Thor title.
Yeah, the Thor title.
And then we jump to like a little further back to prior to these events. And we get taken to Asgard.
Into Asgard, yeah. I have
bro.
so Hav and I we have some like plot notes and everything down. So yeah, we're in 965 AD.
So this is before we meet. This is before Asgard.
Before Asgard.
Yeah. So before we actually see Asgard, this is a flashback sequence.
Oh yes.
We get a flashback, kind of like giving us the rundown between like what's going on in Asgard right now and like the battle or whatever you want to call it, the beef against the Frost Giants.
Okay.
This is basically the flashback sequence to that.
Okay. Yeah. And so, Odin, I mean, the flashback is what Odin describing the battle of Jotunheim. Is that how you say that? Mm-hmm. Jotunheim, right between the Frost Giants and the Asgardians. Mm-hmm. How do you say that? The Jotuns. How do you pronounce that?
So I know Jotunheim is like you pronounce the J like a Y.
So they're called Jotuns.
I would say Jotuns.
Jotuns. The Jotuns use the casket of ancient winners to use the cold of that winter to freeze and kill innocent people.
Yeah, remember that fucking thing? Remember that fucking like big machine thing? Like it shoots out a beam.
Yeah, that shit was actually pretty fucking gnarly. And obviously they're having this. Later, the Asgardians come to rescue. Mm-hmm. They end up winning. They take possession of the powerful casket of ancient winners, right, and return to their realm. Mm-hmm. Odin is eventually talking to his two sons, Thor and Loki, and then Odin says that both of them are worthy, but only one could be king of Asgard.
Yeah, and
right off rip, it kind of shows like it kind of builds that. It kind of shows like, okay, they're brothers, but only one of them could be king, and you can already tell like it's already like a competition.
Yeah. Sure. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And one of them is going to have some type of resentment. Obviously, it's Loki. But yeah. So now, okay. So after that, where are we at?
We now flash forward to the present day. Now.
Oh yes.
We see Thor as a grown up. Mm-hmm. We see Thor Odinson, and he is now about to be, what do you call it when I guess. Promoted. I don't know what's the word. He's about to be king.
Oh yes.
So is there everyone? All the Asgardians are gathered in this ceremony, and we are celebrating Thor because he's about to be granted king of Asgard by his father. And aside his father is Loki. You see Loki off to the side, right? And since we're talking about Thor, I guess now is the perfect time
for a super synopsis. So with that being said, guys, man, here's a super synopsis on Thor. Here you guys go. Here's a super synopsis on Thor. Thor Odinson is the god of thunder from the realm of Asgard, born from his father Odin, the king of Asgard, and his wife Frigga. He was raised a prodigy child alongside his more neglected adopted brother Loki. When Thor came of age, Odin granted him a magical hammer called Mjolnir, which is enchanted so that only those who are worthy may lift it. Deeming him too arrogant, Odin banished Thor to Earth and stripped him of all his godly powers, wiping away his memory and leaving him with only an identity.
Dr. Don Blake. As Blake, he stumbles upon a walking stick in Scandinavia, which turns out to be Mjolnir and grants him his powers back. In a plot to defeat Thor, Loki provokes the Hulk into attacking a train of innocent people. As Thor comes to the rescue, he's joined by Iron Man, Ant-Man, and Wasp to put a stop to Loki's scheme. After defeating his brother, Odin eventually restores Thor as an Asgardian, banished no more, as he has proven himself worthy once again.
All right, guys, so that was our super synopsis on Thor Odinson. Hopefully you guys had get an idea of his origins based on the comics. And yeah, man, so moving on, like I said, so we're at the ceremony where Thor is about to be crowned prince of Asgard. And I just want to point this out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. Thor looks kind of raw here.
He does.
Do you know why, though?
The suit, girl.
Well, the suit, yes.
suit and the helmet that he had
Thank you.
on.
That's what I was going with.
Yeah,
the helmet.
The helmet's badass.
Dude, it's the winged helmet.
It's badass.
It's from the fucking comics. And I've never seen him wear this.
No, this is the only time.
Yeah, dude, from what I can recall, this is like the only time you see that iconic.
Oh, you know what? I think he wore it in Love and Thunder.
No.
Did he not?
No, remember Love and Thunder, he had a new Thor suit. It was like that rainbowish, colorful one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember his helmet was like that colorful.
Oh,
bullshit?
you're right.
It's that.
Oh, damn! I thought he wore it that one.
No.
So this is the only time.
You're thinking about like he was wearing like this helmet. It looks like it's like a big ass helmet, and it has like these. It's shaped like wings.
It's not that one,
but it's like colorful and it's like shiny and it's like
you're right,
colorful.
You're right,
I don't know.
Right.
I, by the way, hate that fucking suit.
I'm trying to remember it, bro. I can't
remember. Dude, that's
remember.
probably the worst Thor suit
of
the MCU. I'm not gonna lie.
Jane looked cool as fuck.
Oh, no, she's fire.
Comic accurate.
No. Jane
looked fire. But yeah, I can't remember that suit that you're talking about.
Yeah, bro. Look,
I do remember it was colorful, but I don't remember how it looks.
Like this is the suit. I don't like this.
Oh shit, yeah.
This is the Thor. This is the Love and Thunder suit, right? Just the colors don't match, bro. Like this is not Thor colors to me. I don't know, but this is the helmet.
Oh yes, that was the
This
helmet.
is what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
This is the one, and I don't like this either. The blue.
I think it's all right. I like the what's it called? The design.
Makes him look like Wolverine.
It does, huh? It does actually look like.
But
make him look like Wolverine.
Yeah, dude. But I don't know. I just don't like the color scheme on this suit.
Yeah.
Those colors I feel like don't fit Thor. I like the one that he has in this movie.
No, yeah, he looks fire.
But
in this,
this dude, I remember watching the movie.
Yeah.
And when he had that helmet, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? The winged helmet? I was like, what the fuck? Because you never see this in the MCU. This is like the only time I can recall.
This is the only.
And I'm like,
even when like he gets his powers back, like he doesn't even have it.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
that's
why,
interesting.
dude? Because the helmet looks raw. It looks super cool. It doesn't look cartoony. I know you've said it before on podcasts. You're a huge advocate about how sometimes how things are or how things look in a comic book don't always translate well to screen. But
that's true.
This winged helmet, I think they did a really good job making it look realistic.
Oh, no, for sure.
And not like cartoony, not look kind of corny.
For sure, yeah.
It looked so cool, and it just
if anything, bro, like what you're saying right here, what kind of plays. What I wanted to see from Captain America is I wish we got his like wings on like his head, instead of like just being flat, like just on the helmet. Mm-hmm. I think they did that for the same reason. Oh, it's gonna look kind of weird, but I don't think so. I think it would look cool.
I know what you mean.
I don't know. I could just the way I'm envisioning in my head. I think it would actually look fucking cool, and I wish they did that. But I mean, it is what it is. But no, you're right, dude. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you. Like some things look better in the comics or the cartoons, and then if you do it in live action, it's just gonna look too like you're gonna have to like modernize it a bit. You know what I mean?
It looks out of place.
Yeah, you know. But he did look fucking raw,
dude. Yeah, when he showed up and he had that fucking helmet, I was like, dude, that's fucking fire. Thor right there, dude. I wish they would have brought that helmet more in the MCU.
And that was
such an iconic look. Yeah, he takes it off and then he doesn't wear it again. I was like, fuck, dude, is that really the only time we see? I'm trying to think, that was it. And also, I should probably say
what?
To me, from what I can recall, this is probably the only time I've seen Thor wear the winged helmets, that winged helmet, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if anyone's going to come after me in the comments and say, what are you talking about, bro? He wore it in the Dark World or something. I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember, bro.
I've never seen the Dark World.
I remember seeing it once, but I don't remember.
It's like I've never seen Thor 2, bro. To this day, I've never seen
ever?
Never, dude.
Damn.
I've never seen the second
Well,
Thor
here's the
movie.
thing,
I missed it.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the reviews were, I didn't
Like,
bother.
fuck it. Well, I tell you this, man. It's got to be better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
I'm sure it is. Sure it is.
Like I get it, right? I actually believe. I think Thor, the Dark World, and the Incredible Hulk. They're like the most like low rated movies. I think, and I think Iron Man, obviously with Iron Man 2. So like those three. But to be honest, like it's Thor. I got to rewatch it. Obviously, we'll see. But there's no way it's worse than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, I think I've said it before. I think it's my least favorite MCU movie.
Yeah, you've said that.
I think it's the worst.
It was
actually.
worst.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What would you? What's your worst?
My worst?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I mean, there's been a lot of bullshit. That's the thing. That's definitely a contender. As far as like, I mean, I can't like at the top of my head, I can't think of anything. I'm just thinking of
Black
recent
Widow?
shit. Well, Black Widow, sure. I think I liked it more than the Marvels.
Oh, Thor: Love and Thunder.
No, the Black Widow.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah.
I liked Black Widow more than the Marvels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a bunch of stuff. Captain Marvel 1.
She-Hulk is kind of a doozy.
She-Hulk. Oh yeah, dude. To me, bro,
She-Hulk is kind of a doozy. Yeah.
She-Hulk and Thor: Love and Thunder are the lowest ones.
I agree.
Those to me are the lowest.
I agree, man.
For different reasons. But like, it's just I don't know, the way they just kind of execute the story and what they do with the. I don't know, man. I just don't fuck with it.
Even though, like, when we saw the Marvels, even though we thought that was like another mediocre movie,
Right.
I still enjoyed that one more than Thor: Love and Thunder.
I mean, Kamala Khan's really good as a character.
Kamala is she's
I
like
liked her a
scene
lot,
stealer, bro.
Yeah, she was basically the best part of the movie of the three.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the fucking winged helmet is fire. And like I said, if people are gonna be like, "No, man, what do you?" He wears it. In Thor 2, I've never seen Thor 2.
Yeah, well, if
I've
it
never
happens,
seen it.
Once we get to that movie, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I know it happens. I'm just
Yeah.
saying if people come at me and do say it,
Yeah.
out of a chance,
We'll mention it.
I'm just letting you know right now. I've never seen it, so feel free to correct me if it does show up. I have something to look forward to. But so like we said, this ceremony is to celebrate Thor as he about to be crowned Prince of Asgard, and before Odin goes through with like giving him his proclamation, he senses danger nearby, like some sort of Asgardian sense.
Like some spider
Fuck
sense.
shit going on, and he's like, "Hey, yo, I feel a disturbance in the Force." Thor's like, "That's a Star Wars reference." He goes, "Shut up, bitch!" And then he realizes, then he realizes that these frost giants came and invaded Asgard, and they break into that fucking room where they have like all those relics and shit, of like from like past battles or whatever. And the frost giants come in and they try to steal the casket of ancient winters. Is that what it's called? Casket of
Ancient Winters, yes.
Okay, I was right. The Casket of Ancient Winters, which is the weapon, right? The one
Which
with
is
the
that
ice
weapon
beam.
that freezes shit.
Yeah, so they come back and steal it. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? Everyone's freaking out, right? But before anyone freaks out, like before everyone starts going kind of crazy, we see like the wall open up. And then what comes through is the fucking destroyer.
That shit.
And he opens his fucking head cannon shit and just eliminates
And the
them.
destroyer's really cool, bro. And it's dude, it looks fucking cool. Like comic book action.
I was gonna
it looks
say,
badass.
dude, he looks just like he does in the comics.
Yeah, dude. It's Asgardian armor, like powered by magic, and is usually kind of like a villain to Thor and everything. But dude, it looks so fucking cool, man. Like fuck, bro. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, man. That shit looks badass. So yeah, that happens, right?
Yeah. And the destroyer does its job.
Yep.
Kills the frost giants, right? But not after like some shit went down. Like it's all like wrecked and like the room, like there's some broken, some broken shit. And so Odin, Thor, and Loki all go into that room to examine the remains of what's going on. And Odin seems like calm. He's kind of like, you know what? We took a W today. They didn't take it. We still have it. But Thor's like, fuck that. They just ran up on our hood.
Type shit.
So like we got to go after.
We gotta spin back.
We got to.
We got what the fuck going on, man?
We got to go and
Teach them a lesson.
Type shit. And Odin, typical like we can't infiltrate their land. We could cause a war, an unnecessary battle. But low key, Thor is kind of speaking facts because he's like, but they invaded us first.
That's true.
And like we're just gonna let it slide. Like technically, they started it. Type
That's
shit.
true.
Like you started it first, and so like if there were to be a war brewing, they technically started it. We're just retaliating. So in a sense, I know the movie's trying to portray that you're not supposed to agree with Thor, but low key, I'm kind of like he's kind of speaking facts. If they're gonna run up on our building on our town, or realm, I mean, to steal a very dangerous fucking weapon, dude. It's fucking like we got to stop them before they try again or something. So I was kind of on Thor with this one, but Odin was like, "No, man, fuck that.
Like, we need peace. Like, we can't create war." All that
Especially
type of shit.
because the last war between the Asgardians and Jotunheim, the Frost Giants, was ended, and they're like, "We don't want to start another war."
Exactly.
Like I ended the war when I took the casket of ancient winters and I defeated them. In that flashback sequence that we saw, right?
Exactly.
So he's just basically like, "Nah, man, we can't do this shit." And Thor, pouts. He's like, "Fuck this bullshit." But Loki comes in and he's like, "Listen, brother, I agree with you." And this is the part where Thor gathers Loki and his other friends, right? Sif and the other people. And they're like, "We should all band together."
Yeah, Volstagg, Fandral, Hogan, and Sif.
Yeah. And they all go together. And they're like, "Fuck it, man. Let's go run up on Jotunheim. Let it rain on them."
Let it rain on.
And then Sif's like, "Why are you talking like that?" He goes, "Shut up, bitch." And they all go
Let
to
it
the
rain on.
and then they all go to that one building. I forget what it's called, but that's where they encounter Heimdall. And Heimdall, we know, is the guy that's like the overseer of realms. He's the one that helps you transport from one realm to
let me see.
another.
It's the Bifrost Bridge.
That's what. Well, the Bifrost Bridge is where you walk on to.
It's like the Rainbow Bridge type shit.
Right, that leads you to that little like dome
Yeah.
building, and that's the place that where like you go to different realms and stuff. And did you recognize the actor? Do you recognize the guy that plays Heimdall?
I know. He is. Was he Deadshot in?
No, he's not Deadshot. Deadshot is Will
No,
Smith.
in Suicide Squad.
He's Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. Yes, that not Deadshot. Yeah, Bloodsport.
He is
Yeah.
Bloodsport. That is him. He is
Okay,
also the
yeah.
voice of Knuckles.
Oh, that's him.
That's him. That's
Oh,
Idris
shit.
Elba. He's the voice of Knuckles in the Sonic movies
Oh shit, bro.
and the new Knuckles show
Yeah.
that came out. But that's him.
Oh wow.
And fun fact, right? Heimdall and Thor are best friends. Like they're really, really good friends from years and years and years ago, right? So obviously he's trying to be like, "Hey man, hook a brother up, man. We're trying to run up on Jotunheim." But he's like, "Fuck that. Like we can't.
Yeah.
Like your father has forbidden me to let anybody cross these paths or like these realms or whatever the fuck." And then I forget, like how do they eventually? Loki manages to persuade his brother into accepting the offer, and they prepare to depart. Heimdall allows him to pass, and the six are transported to the Frost Giants' domain. So they all go to Jotunheim, and they confront Laufey. So Laufey is like the leader of the Frost Giants.
Oh yes.
The leader, the one that kind of like how Odin runs Asgard. Laufey is the guy that runs Jotunheim. He's the leader of the Frost Giants. So they encounter Laufey. And then, hold on, I lost my place. They confront Laufey, who taunts the Asgardian warriors. More Frost Giants surrender the Six, and Laufey allows them a chance to leave peacefully. Loki manages to persuade his brother into accepting the offer, and they prepare to start. Like they're just like, "All right, like let's fucking just do what he says. Let's just all dip, right?" However, Thor reacts brashly to the Frost Giants' insult, and then he just basically starts spreading bullets. He just starts to fight and shit.
Because at this point, like Thor's there to confront him and stuff, and they have like this dialogue saying, "Hey man, like you don't want to do this type shit, you know." It's like, "You guys, I'll give you a chance to leave while y'all like still can."
Right.
And then Loki is obviously, we should probably listen to him, man. Let's go. Like we don't want to cause any problems. Let's not cause any war, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And as they're leaving, I think one of the Frost Giants is like, "Yeah, run away, princess," or like something like that.
Trash talks.
Yeah, and that's where Loki's like, "Oh shit," and that's because he knows Thor's about to react, and that's when Thor starts going crazy.
Yep.
bro. And we get this whole like fight scene.
So here's the thing, right? This whole battle ensues, right? That everyone's fighting each other, and then at one point we see Loki, and Loki, I guess, starts fighting a Frost Giant, if I remember correctly. I know he gets touched by him. And if you get touched by the Frost Giant, like you freeze or whatever the fuck, right? So you can't let them touch you. But the Frost Giant touches Loki, and he doesn't react to it. He just gets touched. I think he eventually like kills it or whatever. But when he gets touched, he realizes he doesn't react. He just doesn't freeze or anything. He's just kind of like, "What the fuck? Nothing happened to me." And if you're wondering why nothing happened to Loki when the Frost Giant affected him, well, then that's a perfect segue for us to give our super synopsis on Loki. So, super synopsis on Loki, coming to you now.
Here's a super synopsis on Loki. Loki is the god of mischief and is better known to be the arch nemesis of his own adoptive brother, Thor. Many years ago, Odin led his Asgardians to battle against the Frost Giants, where Odin kills Laufey, the king of the Frost Giants. After killing him, Odin stumbles upon a small Asgardian-sized child hidden away. That child was Loki. It is revealed that Laufey hid Loki from his people due to the shame over his son's small size. Odin takes the child and raises him as his own alongside his biological son, Thor. Throughout his childhood, Loki was resentful in how the citizens of Asgard treated him and Thor so differently. They valued strength and bravery in battle, all of which Loki was inferior to, though he learns to master his sorcery and uses it for mischief at first, but later uses his sorcery with malice as his hunger for power and revenge grew stronger. As an adult, Loki remains resentful towards his brother and the people of Asgard, and has plotted numerous attempts to gain power and overthrow his brother, becoming one of Thor's greatest rivals.
All right, guys, that was the super synopsis on Loki. Hopefully, you guys now have a little better understanding on his comic book biography. So, where we left off, right, the battle is happening between the Asgardian Six and the Frost Giants.
Yep.
The battle keeps going, and eventually Laufey releases the Frost Beast. This big-ass, like, almost...
Yeah, just like a big-ass monster.
It's like a dog slash bison slash looking
Yeah,
thing.
like just a
like
big
it's
ass-
huge as fuck.
Like a beast. Dumbass.
I
mean, that's
I
what
don't
it
know
is,
how, I don't know how to
beast.
describe it.
It's just like a
it's just
beast.
beastly looking.
It's just like a beast, motherfucker, man.
And like it has like it's all covered in white. Like what are you, some sort of frost beast?
That's what he is, huh? Frost beast. There you guys go.
That's funny.
He's a frost beast.
That's funny. So yeah, he releases the Frost Beast, and the Frost Beast starts wreaking havoc, and eventually Thor kills it. Do you remember how he dies? He doesn't.
Yes, yeah. So they're as they're running away, they're like at a cliff area.
Oh,
like
like
in a
dead
cliff.
end.
Yeah, like a dead end type
That's
shit.
right. Okay.
And then the frost beast pulls up, opens his mouth, about to like eat motherfuckers or whatever. I don't know what the fuck. And then that's where Thor just flies through his fucking mouth.
Oh shit!
Flies through his mouth and like, how do I explain? Flies through his mouth into like the back of his like.
His neck.
His like neck.
Yeah,
So
it
all
comes
you
out
just
of
see is like a hole in the frost beast's neck.
That was fire.
And he just like flies back down and shit, and like all laughing like type shit. But that was pretty crazy. And actually, that whole fight scene, like, what you think of that half? Like, you think the CGI still like held up? Like, or
For me,
yeah, what'd you think about the whole fight scene when they're fighting the frost giants and Loki's doing his little powers and like his friends are fighting? Like,
I guess okay. So my thing is, bro, is that because I've rarely seen this movie, I've only seen it once, right? And I'm rewatching it. I guess I was more watching it to refresh my memory on the plot and trying to like understand the motives, the characters, just kind of like watching a movie, analyzing it. That I didn't pay attention to that, to the special effects. I didn't really. It didn't stand out to me.
I gotcha.
Simply because I was like more so like invested in the story. But I don't know. I for me, I can't recall if the CGI looked off or not. I think maybe the Frost Giant did look a little dated, didn't it?
the Frost Giant a little bit, yeah, it did. Everything else, I thought it was
As far as green
was,
screen or whatever.
Yeah,
the
I thought it was
Frost
pretty- I
Giants,
thought it was
didn't
pretty
notice-
solid.
I didn't notice anything off.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. It's just, how do I say this? I guess it just reminds me more of kind of like Iron Man 2 CGI a bit. Same thing with Incredible Hulk. So you can still tell like it's older, but it didn't look too bad where like you're kind of out of the experience, at least in my opinion. But okay, so this part, he kills the Frost Giant, right? And they're surrounded, and they're like desperate. They're like, oh shit, what the fuck what we got to do? And all of a sudden, Odin arrives. He arrives and ends up saving them, and he starts apologizing to Laufey for the intrusion and attempting to reinstate. He attempts to reinstate peace, but Laufey states that fuck that.
Y'all went too far.
Yeah, there's beyond too far, and now the Frost Giants are now at war with Asgard, and he ends up attempting to stab Odin, who then Odin blasts Laufey back and takes the young Asgardians home, and everybody's safe again. And now single-handedly Thor just created another war. Like, just like, yo, fuck it, man. Like, what the fuck, dude?
That's crazy, bro. Because like you think when you think of war in movies, you're just kind of like, whatever. It's war. It's films,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's movies. It's make believe. But like real wars have happened in the world. Like imagine you're the reason. You're the like one person being responsible for World War II.
That's fucked, dude.
Like, imagine that. I don't know, right? I don't know if the Asgardian and Jotunheim war is as grand scale, but I'm saying it's still a war. Mm-hmm. But like, imagine one person being responsible.
And Thor's responsible.
That's what I'm saying
for that.
But
war,
like,
man.
Imagine the toll that takes.
That would suck. Like innocent.
That'd be like
that
that would make this movie darker. I feel like if we were to delve into like the psychological aspect of Thor's mind and be like, oh my god, I caused a fucking
like
war.
Being guilty.
All my friends are dying. Everyone's
that would be interesting. That
would be like a darker movie, but because like motherfucker, this is a superhero movie.
Is Mar?
We can't be doing none of that.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like, oh, I started a war. What can you do?
Oh well, buddy, they deserve it.
Started a war, wah wah, like type shit. But like, I feel like in a different direction, this would have been a much darker movie if like it focused more on the psychological aspect of like Thor being like, "Fuck, man, I'm responsible." Because imagine what kind of toll does that take on somebody? Like, dude, just if you had not done this, the world wouldn't be a wasteland. This nuclear war would not have happened.
It's kind of like Oppenheimer. How like he had that guilt and shit when he created the bomb.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
no, well, he had the guilt because he gave humanity a weapon to destroy them, to destroy
each other and everything.
But what I'm saying is like, what if you were the sole reason that two major
reason.
countries started going to war at each other and just started throwing atomic bombs at each other and
That's
shit?
fucked, man.
Like imagine you're the world's most expensive pizza delivery guy. It's like, okay, now go deliver pizza to Putin in Russia, but make sure there's no pepperonis.
I put pepperoni on that bitch. This is war.
This is war, comrade. And then just fucking atomic bomb. Motherfucker, you're just taking off.
You forgot my vodka. This is war. I have 2 tanks under my pillow. What? Are you asleep under what? You have tanks under your pillow? Yes. Get the fuck out. And then all of a sudden it's just
nuclear war.
Nuclear warfare.
You imagine motherfuckers like, motherfucker, if you just taking the pepperonis out
and gave us fucking vodka, everything would have been fine.
It's like, this is your fault. Imagine like,
and then after he takes, and then if we survive, some Fallout shit, if we survive, the next COD would be like nuclear warfare.
Yeah,
like some
yeah,
bullshit.
That's true. Just give him like 4 years, bro. They make another COD.
Awesome, real shit though. I feel like the COD would like. Do something
like that.
Do some petty shit.
Interesting. Do you think
COD would do that? Like the whole like Ukrainian war that's happening.
You think so?
I think COD would do something like that.
Taking like real life
Ukrainian, like some shit, or some shit. Like I don't know. I just feel like they would. I mean, they did World War II.
Ukraine ops too.
Ukraine ops. I mean, they did World War II.
Yeah,
bro.
they did do World War II.
They did World War I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what makes them? Like why wouldn't they want to? Okay, I guess it's too soon to do something like that now.
Sure, yeah, I could see that.
But like in the next, I don't know, 40 years, they could probably end up doing it. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. If anything, if World War III ever happens in our lifetime, we just know the CEOs are like, hell yeah, rubbing their hands. Oh yeah.
Hella content.
Hella content. Hell yes, buddy. World War III dropping.
It's like, sir, I don't know.
We survived.
It's like, sir, I don't know if you heard this, but like half of America got wiped out in World War III by atomic bomb. We'll make that a Spec Ops DLC mission.
That'd be crazy.
What the fuck?
Spec Ops
sir?
DLC.
Can you imagine that? Sir? He starts laughing. Like
we're locked in.
The CEO of like of Infinity War.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's just his city view is just the wasteland. Look at all this content.
Look at all this money. Sir, there's not that many people. There's not that many people consuming it. That's hella content right now. I don't give a fuck. Hella content.
That's funny as
That is scary, man. Yeah, like
look at all this money. That's funny as
no, I mean, Loki, that is kind of scary, bro. If
no,
it was like a World War III, like it's not gonna be like World War II, bro. No. There's gonna be flying robots and shit, like Iron Man and shit, like a bunch of drones, like
no, dude, hella military weapons have advanced tremendously over the last 80 years, bro.
So yeah, that's gonna be crazy, bro.
Oh, fuck that.
It's gonna be advanced warfare for real, motherfuckers.
Exosuits.
Imagine, bro. Imagine they start having exosuits. That's fucking crazy. But okay, so yeah, after that, right? After that, Thor created another world war, right?
Like nothing.
Like nothing.
Just another Tuesday.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, granted, he's like angry, right? Like, what the fuck? But like, he's kind of nonchalant for having start another war
true.
between two fucking realms, bro.
Yeah. And not only that, the way he caused it was like so stupid. And that's the thing where he was about to leave, right? And then just one of the frost giants just like insulted him and he lost his cool. And that just shows you, this is like, because what this alludes to is kind of like a coming of age type of story where he is not worthy and not ready to be the person that he needs to be. And we slowly see him become that. And this is just one of the first instances that we see him being immature and like having that type of vibe where like he's not ready.
Exactly.
And that perfectly, like, because of this, right, at the other end, Odin is obviously lets his friends go and ends up confronting Thor and Loki. And Odin is like yelling at him. He's like completely furious that he's brought Asgard into war again with them, and tells him straight up, "Yo, Thor, you're not fit to be king."
Yeah. Or
It's
prince.
Like, it's really, it says king right here.
Oh, does it? Oh, my fault.
Yeah, is it prince? Or
Oh
king?
yeah, no, you're right.
It's
King.
Okay, and he says, "Yeah, you're not, you're not ready to be king." And then Loki's there, obviously trying to, calm his father. Be like, "Yo, man, like, come on, man, chill out, man."
He's
like,
back. He's off on him.
And yeah, and he's like, "Man, shut your ass up, Loki." Like, he basically just shut your ass
Shut
up.
up. Shh.
And this is what's crazy.
Shut up, 1B.
For real, bro. You ain't even my blood.
Hey, well, he doesn't
That's
say
crazy.
that bombshell.
Shut your. Yeah, it was
That
funny.
bombshell doesn't happen yet.
Not
But
yet.
That'd been crazy. What if that's actually how he found out?
I'm not gonna lie, I can see why Loki like would be evil. Because like if that happened to me, I'd be like, nah,
Shut up. You're not my blood. What?
Like at that point, I understand. Like, all right, bro. 'Cause
Motherfucker.
if that was me, I'd be like, fuck y'all. Like, I'm gonna ruin everybody's day right now.
Yeah, bro. No, I would turn evil too. You kidding me? Motherfucker, shut up. You don't even have the same hair color as him.
That's low-key facts.
Yeah, bro.
That's low-key
no
facts.
one called that out.
That is funny. He's like,
It's-
Dada, why don't I have blonde hair?
Yeah, blue eyes.
For real.
What the fuck? To me, it's like some bullshit. It's like a Good Luck Charlie, where Gabe is the only
Oh,
motherfucker
yeah,
with
you're
dark
right.
hair, but everyone else is blonde.
You're right, bro.
Bro, what's going on?
Good luck, Charlie.
So it's like no one questioned. Like, hey man, I don't even look like dad.
That's actually funny.
Can you
though.
imagine his mom be like, oh, you have your father's eyes.
Really?
Loki.
I can never. I can't tell.
No, like he tells Thor that. Tells Thor, you have your like. What about me, mom?
And he's just like,
You look ghoulish.
No, she just looks at it, and just walks away. You look ghoulish. That's actually funny as fuck.
You look like a frost giant.
You look like a frost giant. That's funny as fuck.
That's funny as hell. Chill on my Dr. Pepper. Like just below. That's fucked, bro. I know evil.
She makes like a steak face, like, ew, you ghoulish. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Bro, I'd go evil.
That's what I'm saying. So can you blame a brother, bro? Can you even blame Loki, bro? Motherfucker, like.
Shit,
but to be fair, okay, they don't really do that with him, right? It's just that Loki ends up becoming jealous and whatnot. But we'll get to that.
But Loki definitely at this point does notice that he is like treated
at this
differently
point,
a little bit. Like he notices like, damn man, like Thor's like gets treated better than me my whole life. What the fuck? And that's where he kind of starts putting like. He starts kind of like start getting suspicions at this point.
Yeah.
That's when he basically
And
starts.
so obviously with that being said, once again Odin's like, man, you're not fit to be king, and straight up like strips Thor's powers, bro. Like takes off his suit, consumes his powers, and banishes him to Earth. And then he takes the hammer and he like whispers it, like something saying, along the lines like, anybody who is worthy
Whoever-
shall
yeah.
have the power of Thor, or something like that.
You have to be worthy to wield
Exactly.
the hammer again. Should possess the powers of Thor. And then like he does like that thing where like he casts a spell on it. And it does that little symbol on the side
Exactly.
of the hammer.
And
And he sends the hammer down to Earth with Thor.
with Thor, yeah.
Which then brings us to the scene where the fucking tornado was happening.
Oh, we
right?
got it right here on the, and we before we get to the Hive, actually we got the words right here. He whispers, whoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. So that's what he says. Okay, but anyways, Hive.
Yeah, we're back on Earth, and now we know how Thor ends up on Earth.
Yep, that's
so
what happened.
that tornado that was happening on Earth wasn't really a tornado. That was like the passageway to from Asgard to Earth. Now it's interesting because it's implied that this tornado was like the gateway. It was like the passageway that transported Thor from Asgard to Earth. And then if I remember correctly, I think I'm right about this. That passageway, the tornado, was later described to be the Bifrost. So you know how like the Bifrost is used to transport you from one realm to another, from one place to another. But later in the movies, the Bifrost doesn't look like a tornado anymore. They changed that in the MCU. It looks like this like beam of light that shines down. I don't know if you remember how it looks like. I'll give you an example.
I don't remember.
Let's fast forward 7 years, right? Infinity War. Do you remember Infinity War?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, like the battle in Wakanda where everyone's fighting and everyone's getting their ass whooped?
Yeah.
And then Thor pulls up with Stormbreaker? Remember that fucking beam of light that just hits down on Asgard?
Yeah.
And that's when Thor walks out with Groot and Rocket? That's the Bifrost.
Oh, okay.
So you see, like...
It's different.
Yeah, so now it's like a beam of light that just hits the place.
Yeah.
And you just come out of it like a portal. Whereas in this movie, it was a tornado of smoke. That like obviously looks like a tornado hits Earth and then you just fall into it. So I noticed that they changed the look of the Bifrost.
Yeah, they did.
It's now the fucking light shit. So I wanted to ask you, do you prefer the Bifrost to be the light that hits the ground like we do now? Or do you prefer it would be like the tornado shit like we see in this movie?
That's a good question. I mean,
both serve the same purpose. They're both Bifrosts.
Yeah.
And it
But,
gets you to places.
But then again, it's kind of like, do you want it to be noticeable or not? Because like with the tornado shit, it's a lot more noticeable to a bunch of people. Rather than the new one, it's just kind of quick and like just a beam.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, yeah. I know what you're
But the tornado one actually does look cooler though.
It does.
It does look cooler and more flashy in a sense.
And the thing about the Bifrost is that light that hits the ground leaves a burnt print on the floor.
That's pretty cool though. That's cool. I think that's cool. And I'm assuming the new one doesn't. It just we don't know, I guess. Or what?
What do you mean?
The new Bifrost.
No, that's what I'm saying. The new one.
Does it leave that?
It leaves that mark on the ground.
But so does the old one.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I missed that.
Yeah, don't you remember when that happened? Jane and Darcy and they all like, yo, look at this. We have to take pictures or something. Don't you remember that?
You're right.
Yeah. So yeah, it always had it.
The only okay, so what I'm thinking about is that the only difference is that
It's just like
it's that it looks like it's in the form of a tornado.
Yeah.
Whereas in the new ones, it's just like a beam of light that just hits the ground.
But then again, I kind of see why they took the more simpler route. Like it does. I think both look cool. I don't know. I don't really mind either, to be honest.
Why do you think they
changed it?
Yeah, why do you think they went the simpler route?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Is this it right here?
Yeah, so it looks like.
Is that the what?
I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. How right now is looking it up how it looks.
Yeah, here. So if I pull it up, so showing me this.
What is that the new one or the old one?
It looks like the new one. Look, you see how this is from Infinity War. See how it's just like a beam of light?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? That one does look cool, though. I wish we could show the pictures, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just looking at the differences of the Bifrost.
This is basically the best picture we have.
Yeah.
This one.
That's the new one. That's from Infinity War.
Yeah, that's the one that looks like the one that they changed it to. The modernized, I guess, revamped version of it.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool. I don't necessarily mind either of them.
I think I like the light one more. I don't know why. The tornado one's cool, but the light one looks better.
The tornado one kind of like fits it though, because it's like kind of like because his shit's lightning and it's like thunder, and it kind of looks like type of like a tornado with like rainy, like that type of vibe. I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it kind of fits, but I don't mind either of them.
Also, just a quick side tangent. Not tangent, but just a question.
What's up?
Why is he the god of thunder?
The god of thunder instead of god of what? Lightning?
Yeah. Because thunder's sound.
The god of thunder.
It's not light. He should be god of lightning, no?
God of lightning.
You're right.
I never understood.
Well, then
that.
again, I mean that's like some Norse. What is it? Norse mythology.
He is Norse mythology. That is Norse.
So we got to ask them, bro. Ask them people, man. Like,
what
their
the fuck?
beliefs. Like, yo, bro.
Unless like, oh well, back in Norse mythology times, like they considered lightning thunder. Like that's just what they called it. It just kind of stuck. I could see that.
Probably. I mean, that's actually a good question because thunder is the sound. But what comes after the sound? Lightning. or did I mix that up? Is it before? What comes before thunder?
Well, light is first. Light is first. You see light before sound.
What I'm trying to get at is that Cars reference. Remember he says it?
Oh, from
Lightning McQueen. Yeah, he says it. It's like, what comes after thunder? Lightning. And it's him, Lightning McQueen.
Is that what it says?
Something
after
like that.
thunder?
I'm trying to remember.
Because lightning is light, and light travels faster than sound. You can see something before hearing something.
What comes before the thunder? Lightning. It's probably that.
It's probably before. Well, he's gonna fact check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what he says, bro. It's before thunder because light travels faster. But where are we?
Oh, this is it is right here.
Okay.
You know what's funny because they haven't written like how I like said it, and I remember the movie. Well, because thunder always comes after lightning.
Yeah, you see.
So yeah, thunder always comes after lightning. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so but yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I mean,
for me, I was always like thunder. Like, why that sound? Oh yeah, imagine, right? He pulls up to infinity. Oh yeah. Take that.
What? He's making a sound?
It's just like thunder sounds. It's not lightning. It's like, oh yeah.
Because when I fly, it sounds like thunder. When I land, it sounds like thunder. When I hit, it sounds
that'd be cool.
Thunder.
Imagine if Thor just like hard lands on
it goes like
yeah.
I think it does, doesn't it?
A thunder sound? No, I don't think so. But that would be cool.
That would be cool.
I just think it's funny how you like.
That's true.
Thunder,
that's
right?
true. That's some Norse. That's some like Norse mythology. Man.
I think
we gotta
if I have to make an assumption, I think in Norse mythology they thought lightning was thunder. Like it's lightning, but they called lightning thunder.
Probably, bro.
And that's why he's the god of thunder. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think that's what it is.
So yeah, okay. So now we're back on Earth, right? We're back to the same place where Thor is immediately hit by Foster's van as they drive through the storm. Thor is like up, right? And he's like questioning where he is. He's being aggressive. He's like, I know, or like screaming at the sky. And then this is where Jane and Darcy's like, this dude's crazy. Who the fuck?
A weirdo.
It's like, who the fuck is this guy? And this is and then this is when like he starts going out of control, and that's when Darcy, I think it's Darcy, ends up tasing him.
Someone does. I think it was her.
I think it was her. Yeah.
Doesn't the taser? Am I wrong? Does the taser goes on his forehead?
I can't remember, bro.
I forgot.
I can't remember.
I was thinking about
but she ends up tasing him, and that ends up knocking him out. Mm-hmm. And actually, I thought it was kind of funny the way it happened. And, I guess we could talk about that a little bit. Like, we see more comedic moments in this film. What did you think about that? Did you enjoy them? Did you think like
the comedic scenes?
Yeah.
Okay, so
because there were a few.
Yeah.
And to be honest with, like, I guess with me, I personally didn't mind them. Actually, there were some moments where I actually like laughed. I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of funny.
Okay, yeah.
And it wasn't too bombarded like with other projects.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So here's the thing. My frustrations with Ragnarok and Love and Thunder is that it was too comedic, and there was just too many jokes. It was just too much, right? I've heard people say, I should say, I've heard people make the argument, what the fuck are you talking about? Thor was always funny. And it's like, here's the thing. You're right. You see this first Thor movie, there's comedic scenes in this movie. But the difference is...
But it wasn't more so him being funny.
Okay, right, but hear me out. Ready? Okay. Hear me out. This is what I think. This is me personally, my personal opinion. Thor was always funny. I agree with that. There was comedic scenes. Comedic scenes that in Thor movies, not as like what I mean is comedic scenes from Thor, where Thor was the one making jokes.
Okay.
I think that was always a thing. I agree. When people say that, it is true. Here's the biggest difference though. In Ragnarok and Love and Thunder, Thor makes the jokes, and most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, he's the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
You notice that? Here, it's jokey because he acts like Thor. He doesn't act like a dumbass. He acts like Thor. You're like, oh, it's funny because Thor's from Asgard. He's not from Earth, and he doesn't realize he's a fish out of water who doesn't fit into this world. And what's foreign to him is like the funny shit.
Exactly. And like a perfect example would be like when we're jumping ahead, but obviously it's not like super important. But Jane and Thor and their gang, they're like in the diner, and he's drinking shit, and he's drinking coffee. He's like, yo, this shit's lit as hell.
It's coffee.
Another, and he breaks it on the floor
and smashes it.
And Jane's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, what are you doing? He's like, what?
And he was just like, what? It was good.
Yeah,
he was like, okay, so you don't smash shit.
Yeah, but like,
to him, that's like, what do you mean? Like that is how we honor, and like when he talks too. When Thor jokes in Ragnarok, he talks. You ever notice that? When I don't know if you noticed.
He doesn't talk like
Asgardian, like Shakespearean language, like Shakespeare shit. Yeah. He doesn't talk like that. Exactly. In Ragnarok and Love and Thunder, I feel like they strayed away from his talking, from his like Asgardian talking, and they make him talk more like Americanized. And people are gonna make an argument like, well, yeah, he spent more time on Earth now with the Avengers. No, bitch, you can't do that. That's like saying a British man who lived in England for 20 years comes and moved to America for 40.
Talking like us.
It starts talking like us. No, once you've developed that accent for your for like your upbringing, up to the point where you're like 18, motherfucker, that stays with you. I feel like, right? So no, I don't believe that. And for him, it's funny because it's like, why would you smash the cup? It's like, what do you mean? Like, where I'm from, we value the liquid of all men by smashing the stuff. Like, he'll talk like some fucking weird Shakespeare shit.
He says he's like another, and he smashes it.
Yeah,
he's like, what the fuck? What's your issue? He's like, oh no, well, it's good. He's like, well, you could have asked for another one. It's like, I did.
Yeah,
he's like, by doing that shit. Like,
that's
funny.
Hand me another like, hand me another capsule or some shit.
Yeah,
but like in the recent Thor movies, when it's comedic, he jokes like Americans.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is off. That's why I'm like, that's not my Thor, dude. Thor doesn't act this dumb and stupid. Like, when jokes came from Thor, it was natural.
Yeah.
He was not the butt of the joke. It was one of those things where it's like I said, like, he's a fish out of water. He's in a foreign land that he's not accustomed to. So what he thinks is normal, everyone's like, what the fuck? Like, that's what's funny about it. This motherfucker just smashed a coffee mug on the floor. That's funny. Yeah. But when Thor is pouring beer over Stormbreaker, have some of this, baby. The fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no.
That's okay, but you see what I'm getting at?
No, fuck with that, man.
But you see where I'm getting at, though. That's why I think the comedic moments in this movie work. Because Thor, first of all, is not the butt of the joke. And also, it works because it fits into like that thing where it's like he's a fish out of water. And like what he thinks is normal, and he's doing it in a foreign land where everyone looks at him like, what a fucking weirdo. What the hell? What the fuck? But in the newer shit, bro, he's the butt of, like, he's the reason it's funny. And I don't like that. I don't like that he is the butt of the joke. That's what's different. And it's like, I can't stand that.
You're right, bro. You're right.
So for me, I think the comedic scenes in this movie do work for the reasons I just gave. Because the newer shit, bro, they make him a dumbass. Like, especially Endgame when he became Fat Thor.
Dude, I don't know why they did that. Why the fuck did they do that?
Well, I get it. It's, I in a sense,
I gotta rewatch him. It's been so long, but
no, I get you. In a sense, I like Fat Thor because it kind of adds to his character development. I get it because like Thor felt responsible for Thanos winning. Yeah. Because remember, he threw Stormbreaker at him, but he didn't aim for the head. So Thanos could still snap and killed half of the universe. So he felt guilt, and he wallowed his guilt in alcoholism, and that gained weight. Okay. So I can understand that. But even then, and actually, funny enough, we're speaking about Endgame. It recently just celebrated 5 years that it came out in theaters.
Oh, really?
It just recently, I think it's today. Is today the 27th? Dude, yes. Today marks 5 years that Endgame came out in theaters. That's By the way, yeah, that guy. So we're recording this pod on the 5th year anniversary that Endgame came out in theaters.
That is crazy, bro.
Yes, bro. Endgame came out 5 years ago.
5 years, bro.
That's correct. Half a decade.
Damn.
You know what's funny too is that there was a 5-year time jump. We're now in that shit.
People start coming out of nowhere. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. Imagine someone just showed up and shit. Imagine someone's like, "Fucking Sif,
what the fuck?
Get naked."
Hey,
That's funny as shit.
I'm looking for Mario.
What the? What
He's
the
butt
hell?
naked and shit. Fucking
You know
Mario.
who Sif is?
Sif is
Sif's the chick.
really?
You thought I was talking about a guy good naked?
I thought it was a dude. I thought it was the dude that had the beard.
No, dude, Sif's the girl.
Oh shit.
That's why I said
never
Sif.
mind. The joke don't.
I was gonna say, I'm
never
like, did you
mind.
think I'm talking about a dude?
Yeah.
You
Never mind. The
fucking-
joke.
You
Ain't,
gonna catch me slacking?
hey man, you never
I
know.
said Sif get naked. That's because it's a girl.
Oh, I thought you were trying to
knew
get
that.
crazy.
Oh my
no,
god.
I got confused. I thought it was a dude.
Oh,
I thought it was a
my
dude. So the joke is not as funny anymore with Mario. Fuck.
Where was
that's-
I? Oh, so
Yeah.
so Endgame, right? Like,
Oh, yeah,
even
yeah,
then,
yeah,
there are
it's
some
original.
jokes in Endgame, including Thor, that makes them like dumb. And I kind of don't. Those are not my favorite jokes. I still think Endgame's hard, but it's just those are my least favorite jokes. But you see, it kind of adds on to like how Thor is currently being written in the present day, just make him the butt of the joke, and I don't like that.
That's true, bro.
Whereas Thor in this movie, he's not the reason. Like, it's not like he's the butt of the joke. Like, we're laughing at Thor, but more so we're laughing at the situation that he was put himself in.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I view the difference.
Yeah.
But that's why I think the comedic scenes in this movie work really well.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. There were a couple of scenes that I actually did laugh at. But those are
dude.
my reasons why I think it works in this movie and not the newer shit.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree, and that's what I wanted to ask you, because we do get some more comedy in this film.
Yeah.
And like compared to like I would say compared to like the Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 2, I would say we do get more comedic moments here. But at least for me, they work.
You're saying there's more comedic scenes in this movie than the Hulk and in Iron Man 2?
Yes. Especially the Incredible Hulk. I don't think there's any moments from the Incredible Hulk where like there was comedic actual scenes. I don't remember.
No, there were. It's just very far in between. There was not a lot.
Do you remember like specific?
Well, it
I don't
depends.
think
What
so,
do you
man.
consider funny? It's subjective.
Like the ones that are like obvious, like that scene where like Thor was like
Okay, so
acting-
like Incredible Hulk, where he was trying to like speak Portuguese. Remember, like, you don't want to make me hungry. Everyone's like, what? He's like, you wouldn't like me when I'm.
oh yeah like
hungry.
like that.
He's like, that's not
like,
right.
yeah, that's
How do you
funny.
say-
Yeah,
How do you say angry? Seems
that's
like
funny.
that.
But I would say like in Thor there was more than compared to
No,
the
yeah, that's
Incredible
what
Hulk.
that's what I'm trying to. Okay, so you think there were more jokes?
Yeah, that's what I said. Didn't I say
No,
that?
yeah, I know. I was trying
What
to
did I say?
understand what you were saying. That's why.
What did I say?
No, that's what you said. I'm repeating it back to you so that I know that's what you're saying.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's
No,
what
you
I'm
know
saying.
what?
Yeah.
I think I have to agree. I
That's
think
what I'm
there are
saying.
more comedic scenes in this movie.
Like the next one. Okay, that one was one of them. The next one is where he starts fighting in the hospital.
That's actually where we left off.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
then,
because
right?
when he gets knocked out, they take him to the hospital.
They
They're
take him
like,
to the
"Hey, man,
hospital."
Well, so who is this guy? And they're like,
Yeah.
we don't have his file. We don't have any vitals on him. And he wakes up. He starts going crazy. And
He starts fighting
He's like,
everybody.
Get the fuck out of here, man! I am Thor Odinson, the god of thunder, and you will bow down to my.
Yeah.
And then they trank him.
Yeah.
And his face smushes upon the glass.
like
and
to
shit.
like stuff like that. You know, that's like another one. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
remember. I'm pretty sure there is another one that made me laugh that I wanted to. Oh yeah, the whole Darcy with her. Oh look, Mimir. Like that thing. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like what is he saying? He's like what the fuck is Mimir or whatever. I thought that was funny as well. But yeah, you're right. So we're at the hospital. They end up taking him to the hospital because they tase him. They're like they just think he's a curious like person and stuff. And that's where he starts fighting everybody and stuff. And at this point, I think what we have right here, Selvig tries to get Foster to leave him be, saying he is some kind of weirdo, but she is curious and attracted to him. Dang, okay, girl. And so, after they leave the hospital, they return to their outpost in town, and they discover S.H.I.E.L.D. confiscating all of their equipment and research in connection to the recent atmosphere disturbances, and the appearance of Thor's hammer.
Which we see. This is the scene that we saw in the post-credit scene
Exactly.
for Iron Man 2.
Sure, we got him. type
Yeah,
shit.
that very same scene is the scene that we see in this movie,
Yeah.
right? Now the thing is, you guys, with S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Well,
Oh.
we've seen
But
S.H.I.E.L.D.
before you get this, can you put a pin in this real quick?
Yeah.
Another funny like instant scene, whatever, is where Thor's hammer's there, and it's just a bunch of workers trying to lift it, and the dude that connected to his truck starts drives off with it hooked on his truck, and like the entire bed falls off. Like that to me, like I thought,
know who that was?
who was that? No, Stan Lee. Yeah, Stan Lee made a cameo in the truck. Did we get it or some shit?
Yeah.
But that entire like situation where people are getting in line, like pulling it, I thought it was kind of fun. You know. But anyways, Javi, you were saying.
No, I was gonna say. So right, we get to the scene where S.H.I.E.L.D. shows up to the satellite crash, right? On quote unquote the satellite crash site. Yeah. They the whole like, sir, we found it, and like everyone's gathered around it. At this point, S.H.I.E.L.D's also confiscating all of the equipment, all the notes and everything that Jane Foster and Eric Selvig had on their like research and stuff like that. And the thing is, guys, that this is not the first time we've encountered S.H.I.E.L.D. We've encountered S.H.I.E.L.D. Twice now in both Iron Man movies. Yeah. But you see, in those movies, they were not as prominent. But in this movie, they play a big part in this movie. This is like the first time we actually see a lot more of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Exactly.
And a lot more of the agents rather than small cameos. So because of their more increased prominence in this movie, this will be a perfect segue to drop our super synopsis on the government-founded organization known as S.H.I.E.L.D. So, super synopsis on S.H.I.E.L.D. coming to you guys right now.
Here's a super synopsis on S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. is an organization that operates as a covert agency under the United States. It started as a top-secret organization that operated internationally, consisting of a Supreme International Council, which was made up of top officials and minds from across the world. Its first director was a man named Rick Stoner, the former head of the CIA, but he was assassinated by Hydra, so the President of the United States recommended Nick Fury to take the role. It is revealed that the ultimate authority of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a group of 12 mysterious men and women who give Fury his orders. One of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s greatest technological innovations was the Life Model Decoy, or LMD for short, which is an extremely lifelike android used to replace people in imminent danger of being killed. However, some LMDs who call themselves the Deltites achieved sentience and infiltrated both S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra by replacing key members in both parties. After Fury defeated them, this results in the disbandment of the original S.H.I.E.L.D. and replacing it with a new task force with the same name, this time operating under the United Nations and being more streamlined so Fury could personally oversee it.
All right, guys, we are back. So yeah, we're at the part where S.H.I.E.L.D. is confiscating all of their equipment, and as that's happening, we see like a like a board with a bunch of their pictures of like their research.
Isn't that called the bulletin board?
Yes, I think bulletin board. Yeah. And so Jane is bummed out that they're taking all their equipment and stuff, their research, and Darcy points out, "Yo, you guys gotta check this out." And there's a photo of the incident that of that tornado shit that they ran into, and we see like a figure of a male body, and that's where Jane is like, "Holy shit, no way!"
This motherfucker came through.
Exactly. They realized that was that guy that they dropped at the hospital. So then that's when they end up going back there, and they find out that he's like. They find out that he's gone, and they're like, "Fuck, what are we gonna do? He was the only piece of evidence that I have for my research." He's like, "Well, I guess we just gotta find him." And as they're like reversing, he's just there, and he gets hit again. It's like, what the fuck?
That was funny.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's like, what the fuck? And so he's there laying on the floor, and they get out. It's like, "Oh my god, we're so sorry for doing this again." And they put him in the car. They put him in the car, and they drive off. And so now, at this time, this is where, Foster is getting to know him and shit. And then they go. This is where they go to that diner. Yeah, this is where they're the diner. That's where like that funny scene that we talked about.
Yes.
And they're just talking and stuff. And then this is the part where a group of people
come into the diner
and start talking about like, "Yo, bro, this is like a weird."
Satellite
type shit.
We're trying to get it out the ground.
Exactly.
And it's like, we're trying to get it off the ground, man, but it's just hard as hell.
It's like impossible.
It's too heavy.
Yeah.
And Thor hears that and he's like,
my thing is, okay, this is like a little like nitpick. It's like, what the fuck? Why didn't they just say that? Because like, we don't know what it was. It was like some satellite shit. To me, it's kind of like...
It's very clearly...
That's what I'm saying. Is that to me, it could have been like, I don't know, it looks like some type of hammer or something.
Yeah, because it very much looks like a hammer.
And so to me, I was kind of confused. Like, why
I was waiting for them, like, just say it, right? You're going to say it.
But no, they don't. He's like, it's some weird satellite. Like, what the fuck? And to me, it's kind of like Thor. How did he know it was that? Just by, because it's heavy. If, to be honest, Thor could have been like, oh, okay, it's just like a weird satellite heavy, cool. But he's like just looking at stuff like if he's just chilling, eating or whatever, then like, oh yeah, some weird heavy satellite. Thor's like, huh, that's weird.
Well, you got to remember,
then
Thor's not from Earth. Well, he doesn't even know what a satellite is.
You're right. That's true. So does he? But he knows what a hammer is, right? So let's say like they overhear is like, yes, I don't know, like it looked like a weird satellite.
No, and
then the other guy could have been like, it looks like, yeah, the other guy could have been like, honestly, like it was like a weird hammer.
That's what I was waiting for.
And that's when Thor could have been like, oh wait, you said a hammer, where? And then he's like, oh, down over yonder, 50 miles back.
He's like, bet.
Say less.
And he starts walking, and Jane's like, where are you going? 50 miles yonder.
50 miles yonder. And then this is the part where Jane is like, no, what the fuck? Like, and then Selvig, that's the guy, ends up as like, yo, come on, like, Foss, like, come on, Jane, like, just leave him alone, man. Let him do his thing. He a grown man. He a weirdo type shit, like, whatever. And so it says right here, yeah, Thor walks about the town and tries to get a horse. Oh yeah, this is another funny scene. I'm telling you, there's not that many scenes. There's no way there's this many comedic scenes in Incredible Hulk from Iron Man.
No, I get you, yeah.
You know, and same thing, at least with Iron Man 2. I guess maybe it could be equal, not gonna lie. But either way, I think this one has like a tiny bit more. This is another funny shit where Thor is like goes into the pet store and requests a horse. What does he say? I want one of your finest steeds, or like I don't know what he said. Yeah. But it was funny as fuck. And the dude was like, "What? Like we just have cats, dogs." He's like, well, anything I could ride, or some bullshit. He's like, what do you want about? Like that to me was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was funny. And that's when Jane pops in and says, "Hey, get in. You need a ride. Let's go." And that's where they end up heading west to the satellite crash site. And so in that area, right, that's where, local crowd is there gathered, right? People, are partying. This is what we talked about where Stan Lee makes that cameo. They're trying to lift the hammer. Mm-hmm. And then later, S.H.I.E.L.D., that's when they arrive and take over the site, setting up a temporary camp to study the hammer. And then later on at dark, that's where Jane and Thor arrive on the scene. And this is where Thor's like, I got to get my shit back, bitch. And Thor and eventually infiltrates the encampment while, Jane is hiding away. And then after we get like cool little fight scenes, Thor just beating shit up, we get a cameo by Clint Barton, man, and that is,
yes sir,
and that is fucking Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, girl.
We get a cameo of Hawkeye.
You don't see him at first.
No,
you're just like, hey man, we need your help, and you see a motherfucker in a shield uniform, and you see him, right? You see like you saw what they did there was like he reaches for the gun. They go, fuck that, grabs the bow. Yeah. And that kind of like implies, oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit, is this Hawkeye? Shit,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So I like that they did that. And then you obviously see it's very much Jeremy Renner. And you're like, yeah, there he is.
It's fucking Hawkeye, bro.
It's fucking Hawkeye.
And honestly, like, it was cool seeing him because, like, we know who he is, right? Mm-hmm. But to be honest, like, he didn't really have to be in this movie. It was like a small cameo type of situation. He didn't really have to be in this movie, but it is what it is. It's just like a little small thing. Once again, like Jav, you said it before, it's just to set up the Avengers. Mm-hmm. And, that's kind of a good question, bro. Do you think that Hawkeye like deserved his own movie? What do you think about that? Because I wouldn't count because the show is for Kate Bishop.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So to me, it's like, would you or like a movie of when he was like him transitioning to Ronin type shit.
Yeah.
Or something. I think it would be cool, man. I'd like to see like a solo project with him.
Yeah.
Man.
Unfortunately, it's just one of those things, bro, and it sucks. I don't think we're ever gonna get a project like that, bro.
No. I'm just saying, like, do you think would you have wanted one? Or not really? Or do you think
a Hawkeye solo project?
Yeah, or do you think his character was like really done justice just by him being one of those side characters in the Avengers?
Well, the thing is, bro, is that he's always been a side character for the longest time.
Yeah.
It's not until Age of Ultron that we find out there's more to him. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember, like after their first defeat with Ultron, they go to that farm.
Oh, yes.
Find out that he has a whole ass wife and kids.
Whole ass kid, yep.
And he has his whole family, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? Hawkeye is more than just an agent.
Yep.
He's a dude. He's a person. He's a father and a husband. Like, oh, he's got a whole nother life. He has a whole fucking ranch, a farm that he owns. And so I think it was after that when I was like, oh, okay, like, what, you get to know more about him. After that movie, I probably would have liked a Hawkeye solo project of some sort.
That's true.
And if nothing else, one after Endgame, but where it focused on his years as Ronin,
dude,
would have been fire. Now, granted, the Hawkeye show that we did get, where it was a continuation of his story plus the introduction of Kate Bishop, I thought was good. But I would have liked a Hawkeye project that showed his years as the Ronin.
Dude, that would have been fire.
It would probably be really good, and it's fun
because we don't really see much of that.
No, you get implications.
We don't see much of that shit, dude. And
you get implications. Even in the Hawkeye show, he only tells like stories about like how he went down a dark path and blah blah blah. Right?
Dude, and it would just be called Ronin.
Yeah, it would just be called Ronin.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
Absolutely.
I'm geeking out. Loki.
Yeah, dude. No, dude.
Oh,
and it's one of those things, man, where
so
I just
cool.
feel like
that would have been fucking sick.
Here's the thing, bro. I know it's been 5 years since Endgame and shit, right? But I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think it's too late.
You don't think so?
If they hit us with a, hey, we're gonna make a Hawkeye show, and it's gonna be basing on the years of Ronin, or some shit, I'd be like, fire. But here's the thing, right? It would have to be a multiple season show like Loki, and What If.
Okay.
And because if every season's gonna be 6 episodes,
yeah,
how can you fit 5 years of Ronin story in 6 episodes? You'd have to do like season 1 would have to be like his first year as Ronin, and then like the next year, and then the next year. That leads up to them, and like, how does he get involved with that Yakuza?
Yeah,
and where we see him in an Endgame.
Yeah,
when Black Widow finds him in Japan, like, how do you get involved with those guys? What the fuck,
dude? That would be sick.
It would be cool to see that. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Better Call Saul.
Yeah,
where you kind of see the origins of Jimmy McGill, how he becomes Saul Goodman, and has like, well, how do we get from how he started? How do we get to like the Saul Goodman that we meet in Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
I would want to see a Ronin show that showed us how he became.
And Loki,
Ronin.
it could kind of fit now because Marvel has that like Marvel Spotlight shit, where they're doing that like one story, one shit.
Yeah.
They could do like a Ronin, like just for the fucks of it. Like, hey, you want to know what happened with Hawkeye during these years and shit? Here you go, Ronin. And it's just like one story, like, doesn't have to set up anything because it doesn't have to set up anything. We just see the years that we haven't seen, like him leading up to becoming Ronin. And during Ronin, what the fuck he was doing. Because, dude, that would be so fucking sick.
But here's the thing, bro. Like, obviously, just like having to start a whole separate production on his own movie or spotlight or TV show, bro, would require hella money.
Yeah.
Hella budget, hella production.
You're right, bro.
Hella visual effects artists, hella writers and directors and stunt coordinators and
you're right.
Camera peoples, mic, all this bullshit just to create another project. So it's one of those things where like maybe Marvel's like, no, we're not gonna prioritize this shit.
But that'd be fun.
But it's like, what about for the diehard fans? What about for the people that wanted to know that? You know what they could have done? Comics.
Oh yeah, you're right. They could have. Yeah,
a comic book storyline show and have it be like a.
Have it be canon to like the MCU.
10-issue series.
Dude, actually, you know what? I actually wonder if they actually ever made comics
that tie to the MCU.
Yeah, dude, that's like some next level shit.
I think they have, bro.
You think so?
Let me. I can fact check.
That's like canon though, like to the MCU.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like you know how like some movies or some video games they release like novels and like, oh, this is what happened between this and that and this and like here and shit. I wonder if they did that before. Have they? I wouldn't be surprised, but like if they haven't, dude, that's like a game changer.
There's Marvel Cinematic Universe tie-in comics. Set titles.
Yeah, Hav is doing some research, but dude, I think it'd be super fucking sick, man. Because I love Hawkeye, man. He's fucking sick as fuck. He's cool, and the moments where we did get to see him as Ronin, like that was enough for me to want more of that shit and see what the fuck was happening, and it'd be so fucking sick. And honestly, Hav is like doing his research right now, but it'd be so cool if they did comics like, maybe they don't have enough time or they don't want to spend the budget like what you were saying on a show or a movie. Cool. Make a 6-issue series of some shit of like, this is what happened. And it kind of reminds me because that's kind of what the Halo franchise of video games did. Gears of War did that with Gears of War 4 and Gears of War 5. After Gears of War 4 and leading up to Gears of War 5, they released a novel of what happened in between Gears of War 4 and the start of Gears of War 5. And so they do that type of shit. And I'm like, dude, the MCU and like even the DCU could do that. And not going to lie, if anything, I would see the DCU, like James Gunn would mostly do that. Like, guys, we're going to do a 6-issue or 12-issue comic book series of what happened between this and this. You do not have to read it in order to really understand the next movie, but if you want to know what the gang's been up to or something, here you go. That is fire, bro.
Yeah.
Did you find a hive? Is there anything?
There's quite a few.
Really?
Yes.
That's like canon and shit? Or like
That is canon.
to the MCU?
Yeah, a lot of them are preludes.
Preludes, okay.
Preludes to like their movies. So like the events leading up to the movie.
And that's canon?
Yes.
Really?
And it says that they were at the publication date 2008
2008, okay.
to 2022.
Oh, wow.
So it recently ended? Or they just haven't put out a new title. Probably what it is.
Do you have like names?
Yeah, so some of them, a lot of them are preludes. So like the first one I see on here, it's 2 issues, called Iron Man. I Am Iron Man. That's what it's called. There's no description on what it is.
Okay, so they have been doing it then.
Yeah, Captain America First
pretty
Vengeance.
cool.
The Marvel's The Avengers Prelude. Fury's Big Week. So this is a comic book that came out. Fury's Big Week was a prelude. The comic was written both the various princes. Big Fury follows Nick Fury and several agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as they deal with the various events of the MCU films leading up to the Avengers.
Wow. Okay, so they have done that.
Yeah, bro.
Interesting. Because you don't really hear much of this.
Now
That I know this exists, Loki might check it out.
There's a Jessica Jones comic.
I would check it out. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Oh,
That's
no.
pretty cool. I love that shit.
There was a Civil War prelude.
That's so weird because they don't really market that. Like I don't think they really market that well. Like that, we don't hear about that type of shit. And I know DC though, they do market their shit pretty well.
Yeah.
Like they did it with Black Adam. They did it with the Batman. I think in some selected theaters, if you want to go see the Batman in IMAX, you got a free comic of like a reprint, obviously with the Batman 2022 like variant cover of the Long Halloween.
Yeah.
So DC does a better job in promoting their comics. But that's interesting, bro. So they do that. Okay, I gotta look into that.
Yeah,
wow.
bro.
Wow,
a lot of them are preludes.
Okay. I gotta actually check that shit out. Okay, so anyways, so yeah, we're there. We're at the
We left off with
the
Clint
encampment, right? So he's out there fighting and shit. Clinton has like an angle on him. He's like, yo, man, let me say the word, and it's a raps.
Yeah.
But he tries to lift the hammer, and then what's his name? I forgot the other guy's name. The guy, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's like, nah, don't shoot. I want to see what the fuck is happening. Phil Coulson, okay. And he's like, nah, don't shoot. I want to see what's up. And Thor, this is like a really tough moment here for Thor.
I actually love this scene.
Yeah, and Thor is trying to lift the hammer, but he's unable to. And he's, yelling, and he's, powerless, and he's like kneels to the ground, putting him in no fight as S.H.I.E.L.D. agents close in and take him. Mm-hmm. And this scene was definitely powerful, man, because you could see.
Dude,
like,
I love this scene so much. It's such an underrated scene.
It's fire, man.
Hey, man. Well, let's not count the Avengers, right? Let's just Thor solo movies.
Thor solo movies, yep.
Just the 4 that we have. Do you think this one scene solos every other scene?
For Thor movies?
Yeah.
Like, excluding
Avengers.
Okay, I was about to say excluding Avengers, Civil War, and all that. I think so, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because if we're talking about Thor and Ragnarok and Thor: Love and Thunder, the Dark World, I can't remember. So who knows? Maybe there'll be a badass scene there. Mm-hmm. But you're right, dude. You're right. It's just Thor. This is the Thor that I like, man, and I like this type of. I like this. I like seeing this side of Thor. Man. Mm-hmm. like the stoic and more serious, and we can see him actually being helpless instead of like in Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder, where like if something goes wrong, he's like makes a joke out of it. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
It's fucked. But he's out here, feels powerless, screaming, and he realizes, holy shit, like
I'm mortal.
Yeah.
And he realizes he's mortal.
And I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy enough to lift the hammer. And this is where S.H.I.E.L.D. ends up. This is where it feels like, you know what, man? All right, wrap it up. Let's get his ass out of here. And they capture him.
And they take him peacefully.
Yeah, they take him peacefully.
Because he kind of like gives up and he's on his knees. He's all heartbroken. And they're like, all right, no need to use force. Bring him in.
Yeah.
And he complies.
And so, oh, you know what? This is so, because I forgot to mention something, bro.
Yo.
That in the very beginning of the movie, that it kind of plays a big part later on, is, and I apologize, guys, who you guys are listening, is when they're at Jotunheim, they're like confronting Laufey, remember?
Laufey, yeah.
And he's like, how the fuck did you guys get in or whatever? And he says, there's a traitor among you.
Yeah.
Or some bullshit. We forgot to
someone
mention
that let him in.
Exactly. And we're like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
So, yeah, there's like suspicions arising.
Exactly.
That someone let the Frost Giants in to steal the casket of ancient winters.
Exactly. And that's a very important detail that plays later on. Okay, so now we're back at Asgard, right? Thor's friends are there, and they kind of suspect that Loki has something to do with Thor's banishment, bro. You know, Loki realizes that he is not a pure Asgardian as well, right? And Odin admits that Loki was taken from Jotunheim as an infant and raised as his own.
That's fucking crazy,
this is another. Bro. This is like another scene that I love, man. It's a really powerful scene where
I love this scene
where it's Loki and Odin, and Loki's like, just tell me, like, what the fuck, like, am I really your son? And like, really powerful scene between them where Loki is now realizing who he really is, and he is part of Jotunheim. He's a frost giant, where during the initial war, he was found as an infant, and Odin decided to take him in as his own son.
Yes.
And so I'm confused, like, okay, so because he was blue, obviously, he was like one of those like frost giant, whatever. So I'm assuming, like, did Odin use some type of magic to like not make him that human way or something?
I'm not sure, dude.
Because there's a scene there where we see Loki transform into that blue shit.
Yes.
Do you remember that? And he transforms back. So I was kind of confused about that. I was like, oh, okay, like, is Loki doing that?
I'm not sure.
Or is that Odin's magic?
Because there was a what if episode.
Okay.
It was like the what if Thor was an only child. Remember that?
I'm trying to remember.
And it was the one
was that what if season 2?
Season 1, bro.
Season 1?
It was the one where Thor was acting dumb and shit.
Oh,
that episode.
Yeah.
If you remember, Loki pulls up as a frost giant. He's blue and he's big as fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
That's only because Thor or Odin never took him.
Never took him.
Yeah. It was a what if like Loki was never taken by Odin, and Thor grew up as an only child.
Yeah.
So when he pulls up, he's blue and giant. He's a fucking frost giant. But here he's normal size, and he goes, and his skin color turns like, I guess, not blue, normal. So I was confused too. I don't think they explain it.
No, yeah, but we see that happen,
right?
And anyways, this is like another powerful scene that I like, and dude, I really do like the dialogue that happens with Loki and Odin, even Loki and Thor when they have their moments.
Yes, dude.
I really do enjoy it. I mean, what's the actor's name that plays Loki?
Tom.
Is that his name?
Tom?
Is his real name Tom? Like
Hiddleston. Tom
Hiddleston. He does like an amazing job, bro. I love his acting. He does really great. Everything is really fucking great, bro. And that scene where he's finding out the truth, man. Fuck.
Tell me.
Yeah, dude.
That fucking
fuck, man.
Such a powerful scene, dude. That's another powerful. 2 of them back to back. That's crazy, dude.
And it's crazy because like I like it because Thor gets that moment, and now Loki has that moment, and it's balance. It's like, okay, they have their own moment of grief, you know what I mean, of that realization, and I really do enjoy that, man. It's really sick. So yeah, he finds out that he was taken from Jotunheim as an infant and raised as his own, and Loki's now confused, angry at Odin. And then Odin's yelling at him and shit, and Odin just like falls into a coma-like state, and that's called Odin sleep.
Yeah.
Leaving Loki to become the new king. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's in a
well, he
coma.
takes its place.
Takes his place. Yeah. And so so at first I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening to Odin, man? But no, it's, I guess, Odin's sleep. Like, he's just in a coma. Or
Yeah,
some shit.
for me, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't remember.
I thought he was like having a heart attack or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
Ain't no way someone who's not my blood yell at me right now.
Like, I can't deal with this guilt. Ugh. Like, I feel bad.
A part of me was like, okay, what's going on here? Like, cause like I don't remember this scene when I first saw the movie, but I knew Odin didn't die.
Yeah,
because we see him later. We've seen him in a few more times in the further MCU. But I was like, what the fuck is this? Later they explain like, oh, he fell into a coma. He fell into Odin's sleep. It's like,
Yeah, so here I'm gonna look at Odin's sleep. I have it right here. I'm gonna look. Odin's sleep was a state of deep sleep that Odin periodically entered to recharge the Odin Force, the magical energy that gave him his power.
The fuck?
While in the Odin sleep, Odin was left vulnerable, though he was aware that what transpired not only around him but throughout the entire universe. Wow. So even in his Odin sleep, obviously. So it's to recharge the Odin Force, the magical energy that gave him his power. Okay, cool. But while he's in Odin sleep, he can hear everything that's going on around him and the entire universe.
Okay.
So that's crazy.
That's kind of cool.
And that makes sense. That makes sense later on in the film where Thor becomes worthy and we see him. There's a shot of him at like tearing, like crying. Remember that? That makes sense because he saw it, girl. He saw it. But we jumped ahead, but it's whatever. It's fine. But that definitely makes fucking sense. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fuck, because I had to look that up. I'm kind of stranded on my notes here.
No, you're good.
Boys.
We're back on Earth.
Oh yeah, so we're back on Earth.
And Coulson's there interrogating him. He's questioning him. He's like, "Where are you from?" Blah blah blah. This and that.
Oh, before we get to that, let's mention fucking Thor's dyed eyebrows, man. Dude, like no one who's blonde has their eyebrows like that, dude. When I actually, it's funny because we didn't mention that like in the beginning when I was watching this movie, and this was like a week ago. I was like, something felt off, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Thor looks off as fuck. Why does he look fucking weird? And I'm like, oh fuck, it's his fucking eyebrows. They're fucking dyed blonde, like his fucking hair.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know why they did that. That was just
his beard was too. What? No.
I think it was.
His beard was blonde, and in the later movies, his beard is dark.
Yeah, but like to be fair, like, and most people that are blonde or like have like they're like dirty blonde, their eyebrows aren't blonde.
Yeah.
So it's so weird that they did that. It looked weird to me. I'm like, what the like in person, like live action type shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, he looks fucking. He looked like a weirdo. But yeah, that's like another. No, because of that, that's affecting my score.
Fuck, man.
No,
Foley didn't do that.
Oh no, I'm writing this shit down. Dumbass. No, that's like a little nitpick that I've noticed, bro. I'm like, yo, what the fuck with his eyebrows? But yeah, that's what happened. He had dyed eyebrows. So anyways, Javi, you were saying we're at back on Earth. Phil Coulson.
He's trying to question Thor, and Thor's not complying. So he's like, you know what, fuck you, and he just leaves, right? And then when he leaves, it does like a little camera trick, where I think doesn't the camera go behind Thor, and when it comes out the other side, Loki's just there.
Yeah.
He just appears. And he's like, what's going on? And then he just basically tells him, like, hey, man, Dad's not looking too hot. And I'm not going to lie to you. He said here, banishment is permanent. So you're banished on Earth for the rest of your life. And you can't come back, basically.
No, yeah. So Loki, hey, man, Loki a bitch, bro. Because he straight up tells Thor that his father's dead.
Yes.
He lies to him.
No, right, yeah.
He lies to him and says, yo, he's dead and you cannot come back to Asgard. And obviously Thor is, like, left in distraught. And, so this is he's like, you cannot come back because of what you've done and stuff, you know. He's dead, I am now king. And now Thor's just there like, what the fuck do I do? Like, he's obviously guilty and he can't go back there. He's completely exiled.
Yep.
And so and then that happened. And then Selvig, he comes through with a fake driver's license, arrives and lies to the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and basically saving Thor, right? They come up with a plan saying, hey, he was Jane's ex-husband, and he's under the, you know...
My man's juicing.
Yeah, because he's like, there's no way. Where you... Because he's questioning, where the fuck you from? The Russian, blah, blah, blah. Someone sold these spec ops, because how the hell were you able to take out my men, my trained men? And this is where, like I said, Selvig comes and tries saving him, saying he's one of, like, he's Jane Foster's like ex-husband. He was a client, and he's upset that they confiscated all of their years of research and stuff. And then he's like, well, that doesn't explain how he took down my men. And it's funny because he's like, look at him, he's on steroids. And to me, I'm like, what the fuck? Like yeah, bro, steroids is gonna make you like fight like John Wick, like type shit. Bro.
I start taking steroids
For real, bro. That'd be actually funny, right? Like that's one hell of a drug. Like Phil's like, well, that's one hell of a drug. And surprisingly, okay, so where are we at? This works, bro. This ends up working, this whole ruse situation, and Coulson ends up letting Thor go. And this is where, and as they're leaving, this is where Thor grabs Jane's notebook on the way out. And so now they're back in town. Selvig takes Thor out for a drink, and now they're trying to convince Thor to leave Jane alone due to the complications he has, and would continue to cause her, like, basically, yo, don't hurt her, man. Just, I got you out, now leave. And this is like another funny scene. This is like another funny scene where there is two dudes. They're at a bar and they order a pint, and so they hit their glass and they start drinking it, and they're like chugging it. They're like looking at each other like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna start chugging. Competition? For real, like a competition, like a friendly competition, and they start chugging it. And this is the moment where they start bonding. They used to have like a little, they have like a little bond, and then they pull up to Jane's trailer, all drunk and shit. Fucking Thor's carrying Selvig, and they're like, yo, what the fuck happened? It's like, well, we were out drinking with my new drinking buddy, like fucking around. So now they're all.
He even mentioned he's like, we got into a fight. Didn't he say they got into a fight with some people?
They probably did, bro. I can't remember, but they probably did. And this is this is where he drops him back off at the trailer and ends up talking with Jane. They're outside. And this is the part where Thor is explaining to Jane about the 9 realms and the Bifrost bridge. And she ends up figuring out that the bridge is the theoretical Einstein-Rosen bridge wormhole. Goddamn, it's a mouthful. Einstein-Rosen bridge wormhole. The very same that she has been researching. Okay.
So upon researching this wormhole, and I like this scene. I like the line. I'm going to butcher it, bro. Fuck.
What?
I don't have the exact quote, but I like the scene where he tries to explain to her where it's like, what's the line? I might have to Google it, bro, because he has a line. It's cold, bro. It's a line where he says, in your world, you see science and magic as separate things. Well, I come from a world where they are one and the same. I like that line because he explains, he's like, what you separate as magic and science as different things, I come from somewhere that they're the same thing. So what you're looking for is that Einstein-Rosen bridge wormhole. That is my Bifrost. That is what I use to transport from one place to another. That's what you saw. That line is so cold, bro. I like that shit. It's like it's like in your world you think science and magic are separate things.
Oh yes, I remember. Yeah,
I come from a world where they are one and the same. I was like, that's such a cold fucking line. I don't know why that line's fire, but yeah, that's basically he breaks it down,
and it starts explaining everything to her. Okay, and so this is the part where we have
Loki goes back to Heimdall.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So he goes back to Heimdall and he uses it to
summon Laufey.
Yeah, he goes to yeah.
So he encounters Heimdall and freezes him. I think he uses the casket, doesn't he, to freeze him?
No, this is after he came back, I believe. This is after he came back, right?
After, what do you mean?
Because so Loki. Oh, I guess you're right. Loki freezes Heimdall and uses the Bifrost. Oh yeah, you're right. To meet with Laufey, yeah, he freezes him because now he's like the new king and stuff, and Heimdall's not fucking with that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember why that happened.
I think he's like, I think if I remember correctly, like Heimdall was like, nah, man, your dad fell under Odin's sleep, and I can't let nobody fuck around with these realms.
Oh yeah,
until he wakes up again. So he uses the casket and freezes him. Then he activates the Bifrost and brings Laufey into Asgard. And there, they're having this like argument or whatever the fuck, going back and forth. And this is where it's revealed, girl.
Yep, it is revealed that Loki was the one who let the Frost Giants into Asgard to try to retrieve the casket during Thor's coronation.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, so then he ends up making a deal with Laufey that he will let them into Asgard again to kill Odin and have their casket. And in return, they will return home in peace. Loki then commands the Destroyer
To go to Earth.
and kill
And
Thor.
find and kill Thor. And you find out that the reason why Loki was the one who was behind the ruse, the letting in the Frost Giants, was because here he kind of chose his villainous colors in a way where he says that he was always jealous that Thor was the favorite child.
Yeah,
That he was the one that was treated better and that he was going to be crowned king. He's like, he doesn't deserve it. My brother is arrogant. He's foolish. He's selfish. He just doesn't think like before he acts. And he's barbaric and like he does not deserve the throne. So he devises a ploy to let the Frost Giants in to fuck up the ceremony, to restrict him from becoming king, which ended up working. And that's why everything kind of fell into place, man. This motherfucker was the one like behind the banishment, him being gone, lying to him, telling him that he can't come back home. And to make matters worse, to be like, to make sure this motherfucker really doesn't come back, I'm going to send a destroyer to kill him. That's crazy, bro. Loki was 5 steps ahead with his Shogun. That's crazy.
Sky.
It was Crimson Sky, bro.
He was the moment. The moment. What? I'm trying to make the joke. But yeah, technically, yeah. The moment Thor was trying to become king, like the plan was already in place. Like he already knew what the fuck was going down.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
Okay, so then we are
at the part where he sends the destroyer, and so the destroyer pulls up to New Mexico.
And actually, you know what? I think before talking about the Destroyer Girl,
yeah,
I think we're pretty much halfway, more than halfway.
Yeah, this is the third act now.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect time to take a little break and have some fun, and that fun being get into super facts.
Get into the super facts segment.
So yeah, guys. With that being said, we're gonna jump into super facts. So yeah.
All right, guys. So this is Super Facts. So this is the segment of the Super Reviews. If you guys are a regular on our podcast, you know that Super Facts is the section where we break down the Easter eggs and fun facts about the movies that you guys probably did not catch or know beforehand. As always, we're going to go through the fun facts first, and then afterwards we're going to break down the Easter eggs. So
sweet.
Super Facts are always hosted by me, so I'll be the one leading this segment from here on out. So, starting off with the fun facts section. I got quite a few fun facts on here, bro, for the Thor movie. A lot of them were interesting. I'm like, damn, really? The whole time I'm typing the shit like,
all right,
cool. Yeah, it's a bunch of shit I did not know. So, starting off with fun facts right here. I got the first one I got on here. An idea of a Thor movie actually dates back to the 90s.
Really?
Yeah, so back in the 90s, there was an idea to make a Thor movie. An idea for a Thor movie dated that far back.
Wow.
And get this, Sam Raimi, girl,
was going to direct it?
met with Stan Lee and 20th Century Fox to make a Thor film. But the studio didn't get the point of it, so they passed.
Bruh. That would have been cool, man. Sam Raimi is a good director.
He is, man. Hey, you know what, though? That's fine. He went on to do Spider-Man instead.
Oh, dude, Spider-Man. I want that. You know that song? I already tell you already from Spider-Man. Was it Spider-Man 1 or 2?
I think I know which song you're talking about.
It was like
Nickelback?
No.
I'm thinking of and they say that a hero. I'm thinking about that
No.
song. That song goes hard.
That's a Spider-Man?
Yes, bro.
I don't remember
And
that.
they say that a hero can save.
Yeah, I know that song, but I don't remember
that song's hard, bro.
I don't remember that in Spider-Man.
That's the first Spider-Man movie.
Really?
Yes,
I think it's
bro.
called Farewell.
Alone.
Is it Alone?
The song that you're talking about, the soundtrack?
Yeah.
It's called Alone.
No, that's another Fire one. That's another Fire one.
you're
It's
talking
like dun dun dun. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That one is Fire. Okay. You know I lied. It's either this one, that one, or this one. I think it's Farewell. It's really fucking.
What's it called? Farewell.
Farewell, bro, by Danny Elfman. I hope I pronounced that right.
Oh yeah, it's right here. Oh, you already pulled it up.
You already have it locked in?
It's on Apple Music.
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, shit. It's probably on Spotify.
Oh. Yeah.
That's hard,
dude.
That's hard as
Dude, the horns are
Bro,
just
how?
hit, bro.
That's hard as fuck.
I know.
And then the Alone is fire too, where it's like dun dun dun.
It's a melancholic one. That one
dun,
plays
dun,
in the
dun.
first Spider-Man movie. It
in
plays
the funeral.
It
Not
plays
the funeral. Where he's at the cemetery.
Yeah, it's like during sad moments. It's when that one plays, and it just fits, bro. It just fits the fucking
those
vibe.
two
Are fire.
Those two songs are my favorite and I want either one of those two to be played at my funeral, man. Just like, fuck it, man. Yo, I'm putting it on Alone right now.
Well, no, it gets better here. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I want to wait. I don't want to get copyrighted.
Right here, ready?
I don't want to get copyright. Fuck. Copyright. Yeah, but anyways, you get the gist, guys. Alone and Farewell. Shit, I have my mic beat. Alone and Farewell from Spider-Man. Yeah, it's the first Spider-Man, bro.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's like man. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is like goated as fuck, bro. I can't wait till we review those.
Dude, I'm so fucking excited.
Just thinking about it, man. Dude, those movies are so fucking sick, man. Yeah. Oh my god. I fucking love the story, man. I love Tobey Maguire, man. I love him constantly getting beat down, just like how grounded it is, man. Okay, we're getting too far. Anyways, man, Farewell, man. It's too far. Hopefully we don't get copyrighted, bro. Fuck.
I hope not.
Hopefully we don't. Actually, you know what, dude? I might timestamp this. I'm gonna timestamp this just in case. If we get copyrighted, I might have to edit that out. I'm not gonna lie.
Unfortunately.
But hopefully we don't. Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. All right, so the next super fact?
Yes.
All right, so the next super fact I have on here is that there was another idea in the early 2000s to make a Thor TV show, but nothing came to be.
Early 2000s, a Thor TV show?
TV show.
Like an animated one?
I don't know. It was just a TV show. Live action, animated, who knows? But nothing came to be. Nothing progressed other than just having an idea. Like someone pitched it, but like nothing came to be.
Animated would be cool.
That would be cool.
If it was an animated. I'm pretty sure there is one, actually.
An animated Thor? Probably in the 90s.
I think there is.
Because the 90s cartoons, bro, were all connected.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men, Spider-Man, all that shit.
Dude. Now thinking about it, like once we're like caught up like in shit with cave shit, it's gonna be so cool because now we could branch off and we could actually check out these animated like shows.
Oh yeah,
like that'd be super fun.
I went on my X-Men binge just to catch up from X-Men 97. And it's cool, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like it's cool. The show's like fun. It's a fun watch. 97's hard, bro. So fire.
I gotta
so
fucking
far.
check it out. Okay,
yeah, dude.
So yeah,
all right, next fun fact I have on here. In 2004. Sony was interested in making a Thor film.
Sony. 2004. This was after Spider-Man 3? Or
no, this was after the first movie. 2004 was the year Spider-Man 2 came out.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Damn, that's interesting. I mean, Sam Raimi did really good with Spider-Man, and like Sony was behind it. It was good. But now we're talking about Sony now, bruh. Come on, man.
Fuck that.
Fucking trash. Madam Web, fucking Venom, Morbius,
Kraven.
like. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Sony, but if it was Sony back then, who knows?
Probably would have worked.
It probably would have worked.
Yeah,
that's interesting. All right.
Yeah, man. So Sony was interested in making a Thor movie back in 2004, and even hired David S. Goyer to write and direct the film. He, however, left the Thor project to co-write Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins instead.
Oh, shit. If that's the case, then it could have been fired.
Yeah, if it was this guy working on it.
If it was that guy working on it.
Because he left to co-write the script, the screenplay for
Thor.
Batman.
Fuck Thor. I'm going to write The Dark Knight, yo. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Loki could have been good then. It could have been good.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? That's actually pretty cool. That's interesting. A lot of Thor like projects that like people wanted to do and never came to be until now.
Yeah, man.
Until the MCU and Disney took over.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, what's the next one I have?
All right, so here I have the Thor film made the switch from Sony to Paramount, which is what we see in the beginning of this movie. It's by Paramount Pictures, right?
Okay.
So it made the switch from Sony to Paramount and hired writer and director Matthew Vaughn to direct the film.
Who's that?
Matthew Vaughn's the guy that made the first Kick-Ass movie.
Oh, shit.
Kingsman.
Oh, he did Kingsman. And Argyle. Oh, wow.
That guy. X-Men First Class.
Oh, wow.
That guy.
Okay.
And they hired him to write and direct the movie. No, sorry, just direct it.
Just to direct the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was set for a June 2010 release date.
Oh, not 2011, 2010.
Vaughn left the project, causing the film to delay to May of 2011.
Whoa. Huh. Is there like, did you find out why? Like why he left?
No, he just
He
said
just
that
left.
He
He said, fuck it.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Sub fun fact, like a little mini one. Thor was actually supposed to make his first appearance in the first Thor movie and the first Iron Man movie.
I don't know if I would like that.
I don't know.
I don't know if I would like that, to be honest. I wonder how that would have played out. I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, low key, me too.
Because I think that just would have been all right, man. Like, what are we doing here? Kind of like the whole Hawkeye situation in this movie.
I get you.
But to be fair, if he was just a cameo, I mean, no, honestly, bro, even a cameo, because like this is like the first movie, and it's like, all right, bro, like let's just chill. Because we see that in Iron Man 2 where they're really pushing like the Avengers shit. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, all right, man, let me breathe, man. Let me focus on Iron Man. That's what it's about. Let me focus on Iron Man a little bit. Mm-hmm. So like with Hawkeye in this movie, even though he just made a cameo and he didn't have to be in this movie, it wasn't, at least to me, it didn't really ruin the experience. Like it didn't like stray away from Thor and focus on fucking Hawkeye. Like what happened with fucking Iron Man 2. Where like it strayed away from Iron Man and it was focusing on a little bit on Black Widow and shit. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad they didn't do that with this movie with Hawkeye. But okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't do that though. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With Vaughn leaving the project, the studio turned to DJ Caruso and Guillermo del Toro.
Ooh, I know that guy.
To direct the film, but both turned it down.
Oh shit, dude.
This is when Kenneth Branagh entered the mix and got the job to direct it. So this is the guy that directed the movie.
Oh wow,
Kenneth Branagh.
Damn, bro. People didn't want to work on this shit.
I don't know why. Some people just turn it down, man. This happens a lot with movies. Like, nah, man, I'm cool. I'll pass on it for certain reasons. Like, not so much because like a Thor movie sounds stupid. Like that is not always the case. It's just maybe they got other shit going on, or
they want to. Yeah.
It's not something that they're interested in. It's just
That's
one of those things, bro. Both Hemsworth brothers. Okay. Liam Hemsworth and Chris Hemsworth auditioned for the role of Thor.
Oh, wow.
Liam Hemsworth was passed, but Chris Hemsworth was brought in for a second audition, and he got the role of Thor.
Oh, wow. Liam Hemsworth, what movies was he in?
He's not in a lot, bro.
Is there any movies that like he was in that I might have seen?
You said you saw the first Hunger Games movie, right?
Yes.
He was the love interest from District whatever they're from.
Oh, that's him.
That's him.
Oh, wow. That's him. Okay. Interesting. Could I see him as playing as Thor?
And he's biologically like that. He's brothers with Chris
he's brothers. Can I see him as playing as Thor though? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where like we just got to see. It's kind of hard because like okay, we already have our Thor, so it's super hard to picture somebody else.
This guy.
Yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, he definitely does. If he played, like, yeah, look, see, he has like longer hair here.
Yeah.
I could definitely see him playing as Thor. Mm-hmm. Like he looks the part, but I wonder, like, maybe his acting wasn't as great. He just couldn't stick it. So
I don't know. Yeah, like you see, I haven't pulled up here. Hunger Games is like the biggest thing he did. A bunch of other no-name movies that I've never heard of, like smaller roles.
It's a lot of movies though.
It is a lot, but like you see how most of these are like unknown. Like what the fuck are these?
Can I see him real quick?
I guess the Expendables. He was in the Expendables.
He was in the Expendables. He was in the Hunger Games. But 2015. He was in multiple. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was in the Hunger Games was like his biggest shit.
The last song. I'm pretty sure I heard of that one. Yeah. What is this? Independence Day. Yeah. No, man. I don't know many of these movies. But yeah, I only remember him from Hunger Games.
Yeah.
All right.
So he auditioned, but he didn't get the role.
Interesting. I mean, he does look the part.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's one of those things like, what if? We don't know. But that's interesting. I wonder if he got jealous. Fuck. My own brother got my ass.
Damn, bro. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
Imagine like you go. Yo,
I've only done Hunger Games.
No, imagine like you come to your brother like, dude, I just fucking auditioned for Thor. Oh, I did too. Oh. And like I wonder how like that played out. Is like that's kind of awkward.
Yeah,
how would that play out type shit. But that's interesting.
Because ever since Thor, bro, Chris Hemsworth did a fuck ton more movies that weren't even Thor. Like he just started doing more movies in general.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
true.
I honestly put him on the map.
That's true.
Where's Liam though? That's crazy.
He hungry, bro. He hungry. That's why he's stuck in the Hunger Games. I don't know, man.
That's funny.
He hungry for some more roles.
That's facts, man. Where the fuck he at?
He in the game, bro. He Hunger Games. All right, now whatever. That's stupid. All right, what's the
next fun fact? Not only did Liam and Chris Hemsworth audition for the role of Thor.
Oh shit!
But Tom Hiddleston did as well.
No.
Yes, bro.
Oh no.
Tom Hiddleston auditioned for the role of Thor, and I'm about to fucking blow your mind. His audition tape got onto the internet.
No, we're gonna watch. Is that copyright?
No, it's not. It's just look, watch. I'll put the volume down. I'll mute it.
Honestly, dude, I don't see him as Thor, man.
Look at this. So this is like a behind the scenes clip from the first Thor movie. They're basically just talking about how Tom Hiddleston was great for the role of Loki. This is like Kevin Feige, right? Look.
Oh my god, he looks so weird.
Yeah, bro. This was the screen test.
Yeah.
So he auditioned for he did a bunch of screen tests.
No, bro.
Those screen tests all got released to the internet. And we saw his audition screen test for Thor.
Dude, he looks so weird with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, it's right here.
Like, that doesn't look right. No, like, I'm not trying to be like a bitch.
Right.
Like, he just doesn't, that doesn't look right, bro. Like, he doesn't look like Thor. Like, Loki, like, yeah. Look at this. What the fuck?
I have it at half speed.
Nah, man. I can't see that, bro.
No?
I can't.
You don't think so?
Okay, here's the thing. I mean, no, I'm kind of eating on my words, bro, because he's a good actor. He's a good actor. From what I've seen from Loki, he's a really good actor. And he doesn't look like Thor, but could he play him? Possibly. I mean, we've seen many instances where certain characters don't necessarily look at like their adaptations or whatever, but they do a good job.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So could it be one of those situations? It could be, but I don't know, man. I don't know. If anything, I see him more as a Loki, bro.
That's exactly what the casting director said. And that's why they casted him as Loki instead.
Oh shit. And he said, and he took it.
He's like, yo,
fuck it, man.
Yeah,
fucking him down.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, man. He auditioned for Thor.
Wow.
And that screen test, those they got released.
Dude. Hey, man. I guess as a director W, man. As a W, because like, yeah, man, I see him more as Loki.
Well, not the director, man. The casting people are the ones that are in charge of casting him and stuff.
The directors have no say on that?
They can.
Oh, okay.
They can, but I read casting directors.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes directors will be like, I want this guy to play my role.
Okay.
I want this guy specifically. But other times it's like casting shit.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow, bro. Wow. So what about you, bro? Could you see him as Thor? No, right? He looked really strange, bro. Man.
No, man. I don't know. For me, or maybe it's one of those like things where it's like I see him as Loki that I can't see him as Thor.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Most definitely.
It could probably be like that.
It could be that, bro.
You know what I mean?
It could be that.
Because I have another fun fact. I have another super fact on here, where like Chris Hemsworth had to put on muscle for the role, so like he could have just done the same.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. He could have put on the muscle.
So like if you just wanted to like have the fit, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just see him as a Loki. That's only because I've seen him as.
I agree, man.
You know what I mean?
So I guess that's a perfect segue to the other one. You said that Chris Hemsworth I can't even speak.
Chris
Hemsworth
and Tom Hiddleston
both
went through two different body routines.
Oh shit.
Hemsworth had to put on 20 pounds of muscle for the role of Thor.
Holy fuck.
Hiddleston went on a strict diet to have a slimmer, quote, lean and hungry look per Branag's request.
Damn, I mean both are hard, man.
That's true.
Both are fucking hard, so damn, 20 pounds of muscle? Fuck.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Tom Hiddleston was so excited to play Loki, he caused an uproar in the bar that he was in.
What do you mean?
So he was at a bar with some friends.
He was at a bar and he was like,
"Hey y'all, I'm playing Loki.
Hey y'all, it's lit.
Rah! Everyone just like he just screamed in the middle of the bar.
Yeah. But like, hip, but to me, it's kind of like, okay, but that wasn't your first pick though. But hey, fuck it, I guess you still hype.
He still got the bag.
That's facts. That's facts. Can't complain
he's
about that.
He's in the Marvel universe now.
That's facts.
Which
bro.
At the time was not established,
and
so
he's
it's
loved.
not a big deal.
People love Loki, man.
Yeah, and he didn't know that. Unbeknownst, he did not know that was ever going to happen.
That's true, man.
But yeah, man, he was so excited. He was just like, "Hey, yo, I'm playing Loki!" Like I don't know if people cheered him or he just caused an uproar. He just started screaming. Yeah.
He just started a brawl. Malice in the palace.
Starts fighting people.
Starts fighting people.
That's funny.
What's the next one?
Chris Hemsworth had to put on 20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
And he got too buff to fit into his Thor costume once filming started.
Oh, shit. That's a good problem to have, I guess. Damn, I'm buff as hell. I can't even fit in my suit, bitch. The fuck?
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's actually interesting. Damn, bro. 20 pounds of... I wonder how much time he had, though. 20 pounds of muscle is a lot, bro.
It is a lot. I don't know.
Like, maybe what? Like, gotta be a year, bro. A little
you think
bit
so?
over a year.
Nah, man.
Dude,
these people have to get strict on their shit in months. The time that it takes between like auditions, bro,
but 20 pounds of muscle in like a couple of months is insane.
They have to do it.
He gotta be. He probably was on juice, bro.
That I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying. No, it's just me. But like, dude, building muscle is tough, bro. And the fact that you could build 20, like, put on 20 pounds in a couple months or something, that's insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, props to him, man. Gotta get the bag somehow.
Yeah, man.
The Rock juicing though. Anyway.
For sure. For sure.
Buddy's almost 50 and he's still ripped. Like,
all right.
Come on, man. look at Arnold, bro. Arnold looks like an old ass man now. Like, and he's not buff because he's not juicing no more.
Yeah.
Look, but anyway, that's a whole different story.
Thor actually has a day named after him.
A day?
A day.
Thor has a day named after him.
Yep.
And what is that?
Thursday.
Thursday? So like Thursday?
Is Thor's day.
Really?
Thursday, which is
Is this like real life, like ancient Norse mythology?
They gave Thor his own day of the week, and that's why Thursday is called that. Because it's Thor's day.
What the fuck?
You didn't know that?
No, bro.
Thor has a day named after him. Thursday.
What the fuck?
The day after Wednesday before Friday.
Yeah, and so that's why we call it Thursday.
Because it's Thor's day.
I wonder where that came from.
I don't know.
Long ago. That's interesting. What the
man.
fuck? I had no idea, bro. Well, then why say Thursday? Like Thurs. Why not the accent? It's Thurs, like Thor, right? But they have the accent. It's like Thursday.
Probably.
Some bullshit accent. Now we just took it. Oh, Thursday, but that's interesting. Damn, bro. That's actually pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
what
man.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next one?
Next fun fact. Plans for Thor's other brother, Balder, were made in early drafts of the script, but were eventually scrapped.
Yeah. So they would have had him and Loki?
And Loki. Now Balder as a villain, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
They were just plans that he was going to include something. Because in Norse mythology, Thor had another brother named Balder, of which I did not notice until I played the God of War games.
Oh,
okay. And I know who Balder is, girl. But yeah, they were plans.
I heard of him. What's his power? Do you know?
I don't.
I don't know too much about him. I'll be honest with you.
Norse,
but
mythology.
Interesting.
It's famous for being the god whose Balder is famous for being the god whose death triggered the disastrous Ragnarok, the doom of gods.
Oh fuck! Okay.
Yeah, bro. So his death caused Ragnarok.
Oh wow! Holy fuck!
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
And as far as powers, he has light manipulation, superhuman durability, intelligence, precognition, healing factor, teleportation.
Oh shit!
Invulnerability. And superhuman stamina.
Oh wow!
So he was basically a super soldier
type shit,
but who can manipulate light too.
He could manipulate like we in a lit room. You can't see me now. Just turns him off. Like what the fuck?
It's like Balder, you bitch.
I can't see you.
I can't see, dog.
That's just funny, man. Just turn off lights and shit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Yo, can you turn off the lights? I can't reach the switch. I got you. Thank you. Like, what the fuck? That's funny. Because what can you do, bro? How? What can you do just manipulating light? Light can't hurt you, bro. I'm serious. So what can you do, bro?
I don't know.
Like, what are you gonna do to me, Boulder? Check the shit out. Just flickering lights. It's spooky. Oh shit! Never mind. That was Nosferatu from SpongeBob. Just flicking the lights on and off. That shit was creepy, low key.
I was like,
I think we talked about this in a pod.
In a pod, bro. In the HRV pod. I was like, who is this?
That shit was creepy, low key. Bro.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, what
that was so random.
Or what was his name? The hack slinging slasher.
The hash slinging slasher.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. No. Actually, speaking of that, what's actually like a weird SpongeBob episode that creeped me out?
What?
Oh, some real shit. Ready? It's an old SpongeBob episode.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
I think you know, and this is where he gets on the bus and he goes rock bottom.
Yeah.
And he's just in stranded in a dark rock, he's super deep in the ocean, and he's just constantly waiting for the bus. But every time he turns back, the bus leaves. Dude, that episode was creepy, bro. Because I'm like, holy shit! As a kid, yeah, I'm like, yo,
ugly ass.
It's just weird. It's a weird vibe, bro. What the fuck? But anyway, yeah. What's the next?
Next fun fact. Director Kenneth Branagh asked Anthony Hopkins, who plays Odin, to improvise the reaction to Thor yelling at him in the banishment scene.
So Thor yelling at Odin was improvised?
No, his reaction to Thor yelling at him.
Oh, wow, okay.
When the scene was filmed, most of the cast and crew were crying from watching the scene play out.
What the fuck? Why?
I'm not sure. I forget how the scene went down.
It was
when he Odin's reaction to when Thor was yelling back at him during the banishment scene when he's like, "You're not fit to be king."
Oh yeah, he says what did he say? He said something fucked up to him. I forgot what he said, bro. I forgot what he said.
We're gonna run it back.
We could maybe run it back, but as your what's it called? You could keep going on your. He does say something fucked him.
Okay. That's probably why then.
I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. But anyways, let's keep going. We could run it back.
Yeah.
And see what actually he said.
I got you. The next fun fact I have on here is that Marvel asked the writers of the film to please make Loki, quote, as good as Magneto.
Oh.
Because the X-Men movies were a thing. You're way back.
Am I actually?
Yes, dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm way back.
Careful. There you go. Yeah.
No, we're still at the
part where they're about to
the Jotunheim.
Yep, they're about to. Yep.
We're still at the Jotunheim situation.
Right here.
We're about to get
slow.
It's funny. We're just looking at the fucking screen. Sorry, guys. If
we're trying to find,
if there's a way we could show you this, we would. Or it's still way ahead. It's still.
Here we go. Right here.
But the thing is, they won't be able to hear it, and plus, it's copyright.
You are an old man and a fool.
Yeah.
You see that?
This reaction was improvised.
So Thor yells at him, "You are an old man and a fool."
I was a fool.
I think you were ready.
Ooh.
He just wait, he just yells at Loki. He just yells at Loki. Because Loki's trying to be chill, father. I shut him too, bro. I'll be like, yo, what the fuck? Motherfucker trying to eat me, bro. What the fuck going on? But yeah, it's funny how I just played it when he said that. But that's the thing he says. You are an old man and a fool.
Yeah.
And his reaction was like, dang.
Yeah. That was the scene he improvised. That reaction.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. And people were crying and shit? What the fuck?
Guess. Some bitches.
I mean, I guess. That shit crazy as fuck.
As for the Magneto shit. Yeah, so the X-Men movies, obviously, there's already been quite a few X-Men movies that came out before the Thor movies. And Magneto, hey man, when we finally review those X-Men movies, Magneto's fire. He goes hard.
I remember him being cool.
So a lot of people,
I remember I had an action figure of him.
Yeah, I remember that. What's it called?
I'm sure you do.
Marvel.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Oh god. But yeah, Marvel asked the writers to be like, "Hey, make Loki as good of a villain as Magneto."
That's gonna be tough, buddy.
Yeah, man. I mean, he fucking killed it.
He did, bro.
He's pretty
I'm not
good.
gonna lie to you. He did.
Yeah, man. I mean, in this movie, he did cool.
Oh, you know what? This was now that we saw this was like another cool, powerful scene.
That's
here.
true.
This is another powerful scene. That I really. It sucks, bro. Because guys, because we saw the movie like a week ago or something like that, and we planned on reviewing it like the very next day and shit. And it sucks because we couldn't because things came up and stuff. So unfortunately, we can't. It's not super fresh in our mind, but yeah, that's what we have like our notes. But anyway, have you were saying?
Okay, next fun fact I have on here: Kat Dennings, who plays Darcy,
Okay.
was given a fake address to go for her audition.
Why?
They were trying to keep it under wraps, bro.
What do you mean? Like keep it like?
I'm
taking it as like they didn't want her.
No,
Oh.
no, it was to keep the project secret so that no one would know shit about it. So she was given a fake address.
Okay.
At this address was someone from Marvel Studios waiting in a golf cart
Oh shit.
and was ready to take her to the real location of the audition.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Like, hey man, I'm with Marvel. Come with me. And they drive to the actual audition.
That's weird. I wouldn't trust that though.
I don't know, bro. It was weird.
Imagine getting in like in a golf cart with a stranger. I'm Marvel. I'm with Marvel. Come on, hop in. I'll be like, are you though, bitch? Are you though, bitch? You're old man and a fool. That's a new line. You're an old man and a fool.
That's what I'm gonna tell my dad.
For real. And I'm gonna see if he reacts that way.
You're an old man and a borracho.
Bitch. He ain't gonna react like this though.
Hell no.
He'd be like, "What the fuck you say
He'd
to
beat
me?"
my ass.
What'd you say, bitch? He says, "It's been a while since the world's been this nervous." You're an old man and a fool. That's crazy, bro. I'ma cry just for that. I got fucking around. All right, what's the next one?
Oh my god. Mel Gibson was first considered to play the role of Odin.
Who's Mel Gibson?
I
I know, man. I gotta step up my game, bro. I gotta
Mel
step up my game.
Gibson. Fuck, man.
I'm
what
fucking actors.
Oh,
bro.
the Continental. He was the villain, the bad guy, the dude that ran the hotel before Wilson took over.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he was gonna play Odin.
He was considered.
Considered to play Odin. Interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could kind of see that.
Yeah, man.
But I thought this guy was good. I don't know his
Oh,
name.
he's good. Anthony Hopkins is good.
And that's his name. Anthony Hopkins.
Fast forward years later.
I heard that they replace him, right?
No.
Or am I thinking of someone else?
You're thinking of Thaddeus. Thunderbolt
Oh,
Ross.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm talking about how this guy basically said that Marvel was trash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said that like
Oh,
what I
fuck.
did, or like playing Odin, what I did there was not real acting.
Whoa.
He like dissed Marvel in a sense. And I'm just like, fuck you, bitch.
But why'd you take the role?
Well, he took the role thinking, hey, cool, right? But then he noticed that in his scenes playing Odin, he felt like it wasn't real acting.
I mean, I thought they were pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? Why are you hating on Marvel all of a sudden?
I don't know, man.
Old ass people.
Hey, man.
Fuck them.
You an
Old
old man and a fool. You an old man and a fool.
Yeah, man. Fucking guy.
Father. Dude, imagine like you try to talk to your dad.
All right, damn.
All right, bro. What the fuck? That was actually funny.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
go play
lie.
my pirate in a Halo.
For
then.
real. Oh my god, I have that. I have it, Hoff.
You found
Remember
it?
last pod? I have it.
You found
It
it?
doesn't even have Halo on it. Like it's just a clear disc, bro.
So how'd you know it was Halo?
That's actually funny. How do you know it's Halo? Hold on.
It's just a clear disc, bro. You didn't even know.
I'm serious.
Bro, it could be Chicken Little.
No, it's not. Actually, you know what? Now that we're on this topic,
Oh my god.
I think I might have more.
Oh shit. Okay, guys. So Hector, under his bed, he has this big ass like bin, and in his bin is like a bunch of like memorabilia and shit that he had from when he was a kid. So he has his OG Xbox in there, his old OG Xbox video games.
This is Halo.
Okay, so he's bringing out the discs. How do you know? There's nothing on this.
Listen, okay.
It's just a blank disc.
The reason why I know it's Halo is because I remember, you know, like the little circles.
Yeah.
The little circles, bro.
Okay.
Like that's just how I know. That's fucking Halo. Look, I got. Look.
Chicken Little. So he's got Chicken Little. But what's funny is whoever wrote this in Sharpie wrote it as one word. There's no space.
Look at this. Ice Age 2, the meltdown.
The melted.
They're all written.
Melted.
The melted.
MELTD. Melted.
Destroy humans.
That's fire. All right, this person had nice handwriting. What the fuck?
Bro, should we? Okay, we're talking about this in the pod. Should we take pictures of this
We should.
and like?
I'm
post
down.
it?
We should post these.
This is actually legit.
Okay, yeah, legit disc. Bloody Roar. Oh,
Bloody Roar
shit.
Extreme. This was actually a real disc, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a real
Interesting.
disc. Come on now, girl.
That game's fire.
The X-Men, the
X-Men.
official game.
Yeah, man.
This one, yeah.
That's blank disc.
Blank disc.
Dude, did you know that this game's actually canon?
Is it?
Well, yeah. It connects the events connecting the second and the third X-Men movie.
I got
Cars. Nice.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's actually funny as fuck. But yeah, guys, I just busted out in Minecraft allegedly.
Do you have Halo?
What do you mean?
Is it? Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
it fell in between the
Halo's right here, girl. What you mean?
It's just so funny. It's
It's just a blank disc with like dots on it, like for the pattern of the disc, and I just know it's fucking Halo.
I'm
Man.
just like, how do you know?
What you mean, girl? It's fucking Halo.
Why don't you write on it?
I don't know. I just never did. I just never did, bro. And it's funny because as a kid, we talked about this in the last part.
Yeah.
You know, as a kid, I was like, "Yo, this shit lit." And then when I saw actual footage or like actual picture of it, like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck, man. should we take pictures of that?
I say we should.
Do you want to take pictures of that?
Yeah, we'll take it after the pod.
All
We'll
right.
post it.
All right, we'll post it, guys.
Yeah, man.
So follow our socials at Cape Shit Podcast. We'll most likely post it on our story, or should we make it an actual post?
We should make an actual post.
Okay, we'll make an actual post. In the caption, I'll like write down, here's a pic that we talked about this in our Thor review, super review, blah, blah, blah. I will probably do that.
Yep.
So when you're listening to this, go to at Cape Shit Podcast on our socials, and you're going to see the pictures that what we're talking about.
Yeah, bro.
That's so fucking funny, dude. God damn.
Yeah,
that's
man.
my childhood right there.
I know,
bro. Okay, so where we at?
I'm on the last fun fact.
All right, cool.
Stan Lee had a cameo in this film as a trucker,
Yep.
but he originally wanted to play Odin.
All right, let's stick with Stan Lee.
As Odin.
I wish I met Stan Lee, right?
Dude.
I wish I met him before he passed. Like that's something that like it's unfortunate I'll never ever meet him. But I like that he does cameos.
Yes.
I don't know if I would have liked him to play as Odin and like do bigger roles. Mm-hmm. Plus, because he's not really an actor.
That's true.
And like even in the cameos where we see him, we had some screen time, we could tell he's not an actor.
He acts a little corny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could tell he's not an actor. So Stan Lee, man, R.I.P. I wish I would have met you, man. You've created so many characters and co-created so many characters, man, legends. And but no. I'm sorry, Stan Lee.
Yeah.
I like the cameos. I fuck with the cameos, but I don't know if you could have played Odin, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, Chief. But R.I.P.
Yeah.
He's a legend, man. But cool, sweet,
Those are all the fun facts.
nice.
Now
Nice,
we are
bro.
on to Easter eggs, which should go by a little faster.
Cool. Let's do it.
So, Easter eggs. The first Easter egg. In Odin's treasure room, you see an infinity gauntlet in the background.
No way.
Yep.
Oh wow.
And I actually saw it. I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's in the scene where the
Shit, I
frost
did not see
giants
it.
come in. If you, it happens fast. If you blink, you miss it. But in the background, there's an infinity gauntlet
That's really fucking cool.
with all the stones in it and
Interesting.
stuff. Referencing obviously to Thanos.
Yeah.
Fast forward to Thor Ragnarok. Hela, who's the villain in that movie, right, calls the gauntlet out for being a fake replica.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Second Easter egg I have on here is that Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, makes a brief appearance in the film. We know that. The first Thor movie started the trend of the text after the credits. Blank will return. Remember that shit was like so and so will return.
That's true.
So like that. This was the first movie to start that trend.
Interesting. Really? Oh
Yes.
wait. Oh no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We did see that.
Mm-hmm. This film is the only time we see Thor rocking the iconic winged helmet.
Yeah, the first time and the last time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's crazy, man.
Yep.
Fuck.
Another Easter egg I have on here. When Thor lands on Earth, Jane Foster gave him a name tag that belonged to an ex-boyfriend, Donald Blake.
Okay.
In the comics, Donald Blake was Thor's alter ego in the comics.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
shit! I did not know that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't really read much Thor. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really read too much Thor. But Thor is low key. I probably should.
He's OP.
But I don't, unfortunately.
Excuse me. So,
Are you good?
yeah. The next Easter egg I have on here. Not only Stan Lee, and I forget who these people were. I can't. I'm pretty sure there were other truckers. But J. Michael Straczynski.
Okay.
Straczynski and Walter Simonson or Simonson. Well, either of those two, J. Michael Straczynski and Walter Simonson,
Okay.
also make cameos in this film. Straczynski is a legendary comic book writer and known for writing the Thor comics between 2007 and 2009.
Can I see how their names are spelled?
J. Michael
Oh, okay, yeah.
and Walter Simonson.
They made cameos in this film?
In this movie. I
That's
don't know who
pretty
they
cool.
were. I'm assuming they were the truckers.
Probably. That's pretty cool.
So Straczynski is a legendary comic book writer who is known for writing the Thor comics between 2007 to 2009. Simonson is a comic book creator that arguably had the biggest influence on Thor comics.
Oh wow, that's really cool that they were able to do that. Make some cameos on there.
Yep. So next Easter egg I have on here, in a scene overlooking the town of like New Mexico, a billboard invites visitors to, quote, a journey into mystery in the land of enchantment.
Okay.
This is a reference to Thor's first appearance in the comics, Journey into Mystery number 83,
Oh wow.
released in August of 1962.
Yeah, I did not catch that at all. That's actually pretty cool, man.
So
I did not catch that.
He made an appearance in Journey into Mystery, number 83. The billboard said, a journey into mystery in the land of enchantment.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I missed that.
Yeah.
Completely.
The last Easter egg I have on here is on the post-credit scene. The Tesseract makes its first appearance in the film.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Did you?
I guess I missed it.
Did you stay for the post-credit scene?
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah. The Tesseract, yeah, or
The cube.
the Cosmic Cube in the comics.
Right.
Yeah, they changed the name of it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's pretty cool. But I mean, that's it, right?
That's all the facts
That's
that I
all.
have on here, bro. That
all-
was super facts.
That's all the super facts. All the Easter eggs. Awesome, man. So with that being said, guys, let's get back into the show.
Yep.
All right, guys, we are back. So yeah, we left off where Loki then commands the destroyer to go to Earth and kill Thor.
Yep.
So the destroyer arrives in New Mexico and starts blasting everything, man, with this heat ray, bro. Like he starts going crazy, bro.
fucking face cam.
Yeah, man. He starts fucking going crazy. And so Thor and Jane, fuck, what was her name again? The other girl's name?
Darcy?
Darcy.
Oh.
I don't know why I wanted to say Tracy. What the fuck? Darcy and Sylvie, they end up getting away to safety. Thor ends up confronting the destroyer and asks Loki, who can see and hear what is going on from Asgard, to leave the humans alone and return for himself. And at this point, we forgot to mention as well that his friends actually show up, man. They actually show up and find him. Do they free Heimdall? No. Heimdall's still frozen. I forgot how they got there. Yeah, because Heimdall becomes free later on.
Yes, he frees.
But I forgot how his friends got there.
I know they use the Bifrost.
Yeah, but without Heimdall, how the fuck? I forget.
Well, I mean, Loki was able to operate the Bifrost to bring Luffy in.
Okay, you're right. So yeah, they ended up going there, and they're there now. They found him, and just in time as they've found Thor.
We got to go back home.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about, man? I'm banished for life.
Oh yes, I'm banished for life, and
my
father's dead because of me.
It's like, what are you talking about? No, he's in Odin's sleep. He's just in a coma. You're not banished for life, bro. Dude, like, you need to come home, man. Loki's fucking shit up, bro. He's taking the throne, blah, blah, blah. And that's when he realizes,
oh, shit.
Fuck, bro. My brother lied to me.
Exactly, bro.
And, like, now this bullshit's going down. And just as he's getting the revelation of the truth, that's when the destroyer pulls up to New Mexico, starts wreaking havoc.
Exactly. And so now, so Thor is confronting Loki and saying to leave the humans alone and in return for himself. The destroyer gives Thor a vicious backhand slap and sends him tumbling.
That shit was disrespectful.
Yeah, man. He just slaps him. No, doesn't he turn around?
He turns around like, I bet. Psych!
And he just slaps.
Bitch slaps him, bro. Backhands him.
And so obviously at this
like
point,
my mom.
Hey, yo,
what
the fuck? so at this point, Thor is still like he's immortal still, right?
Dude,
yeah. So
that shit killed him.
Yeah, bro. So he is apparently dead, right?
Yeah.
And that's where Jane runs to him and starts crying, doing her thing, and Thor's selfless act of protection proves him worthy once again to wield his hammer. Which frees itself from the crater, which is a pretty cool scene, and returns to Thor's hand. And this is where, because of the situation, and I think at the same time, this is where we get that scene where Odin is like you just get a glimpse of Odin where he knows what's going on, and the crater, and the hammer just shoots up from the crater and get into Thor's hand, and that's where we get the whole lightning, thunder shit, bro,
and revives him.
And exactly, it revives
that fucking suits him up in his Thor gear and shit. He's got his powers.
Yeah,
back.
so it restores his full life, and once again, he's fitted with his red cape and armor, and he eventually fights with the Destroyer, ends up defeating him, and he returns to Asgard, promising Jane, hey, I'll come back. And this is where Heimdall's back, because they're trying to open up the what was it called again? The Briss... the opening, what was it called again? The
opening?
Yeah, the opening. I forgot what it's called.
Bifrost?
The Bifrost. I had a brain fart. The Bifrost, and he's screaming, Heimdall!
Yeah.
Where are you?
He can't hear me. What the fuck?
Heimdall's frozen, and this is where Heimdall actually breaks free through rage or some shit, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, now they're there. The Frost Giants have invaded Asgard through the portal, walking past the frozen Heimdall, and this is where Heimdall's... It's just looking at the Frost Giants passing him and shit, and this is where he breaks free and shit. And so Laufey ends up going to Odin's bedchamber, and he's there to try
to kill him.
Ready to kill Odin, man. And this is where it's crazy, man. Loki ends up saving his father and ends up killing Laufey to appear a hero, basically, to appear as a hero. And although, we talked about this as well. Frozen, sorry, I said frozen. Heimdall is frozen, but he's still conscious, and he manages to break free and brings Thor back to Asgard. And this is where Thor flies quickly, and he's out here fighting the Frost Giants and shit. And then where we have, let me see. I want to make sure we're pretty much set. Where did I leave off? Do you see it?
Yeah, right here. Under the picture of this one.
Okay. So Loki goes to how do you even pronounce that?
I
can't even pronounce that.
Human Bjorg.
Yeah, and he ends up setting the bridge up to destroy the ice planet Jotunheim. Thor tries to stop him, and the two engage in combat.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. They're out here fighting and shit. And this is where Thor this is actually kind of funny because Thor knocks him down and he just sets the hammer on top of Loki.
So they won't get up.
And Loki can't get it up, so he's just trapped under that fucking... he's trapped under the hammer. And the only way to really, I guess, save, Jotunheim and everything else was by Thor to destroy that rainbow bridge.
Yes.
To stop the portal. And so obviously, he's out there smashing the fucking, the bridge, and obviously doing this, you're going to lose access to that area. I forgot what it's called. That area where you could transfer to different realms and shit.
The Bifrost?
Is that what it's called?
Well, the Bifrost, or are you talking about?
I think you might be right. Yeah.
Are we talking about the? Let me look it up.
I forgot what it's called. But yeah, because if he destroys that, you can't access that anymore. I'm pretty sure you can, right?
Yeah,
Because if you
That's
destroy
why.
the bridge,
because then later in the movie, like Thor realizes he can never go back to Earth. He can never see Jane again. So he knew
Yeah.
by destroying the bridge, because Loki yells out like, "You'll never return to her," and he's like, "Fuck it, it's for the greater good," and he starts smashing
Exactly.
the bridge with his hammer, with Mjolnir.
yeah, and so when that happens, he ends up destroying the bridge, and both of them fall into space. They start falling, but Odin arrives and catches Thor, who holds onto Loki's staff, and so Loki is out there dangling and shit, right? And this is what's crazy is like, even though after all this, Thor is still trying to save his brother because that's his brother, right? And Loki's like holding onto that staff, and Loki just made a conscious decision and said, "Nah, I'm finna do my own thing," right? Type shit. And he lets go of the staff, and he falls into the abyss. We don't know where the fuck he went, man. He just falls into the void, and everything seems back like as normal in Asgard. Obviously, Odin is like sad about the events. Thor mourns for his brother and misses Jane Foster because, hey man, you can't go back, and he is unable to visit. Yeah, exactly. It's called the Bifrost. With the Bifrost now destroyed, and obviously Heimdall, he's out there basically reassuring Thor, saying
Because
that,
he can still
exactly,
overlook all the realms.
yeah,
So he asks about her, like, "So how is she? How's Jane?" And that's when he tells her, like, she's still
looking for you.
she's still trying to look for you.
Yeah. So I'm back on Earth. Jane is in the new lab with the new equipment, now being assisted by S.H.I.E.L.D. And
That's how the movie ends.
yeah, man. That's how it is. And I'm assuming this is the end credits.
This is the post-credit scene.
Do you want to get into that?
So the post-credit scene, like, well, that's how the movie ends, right? Like, we just...
That's how it ends,
On a shot of Jane looking for Thor still, and then it goes to credits, and then we get our post-credit scene, and this is where we see Eric Selvig get invited to S.H.I.E.L.D. at a secret headquarters, and we see, once again, Nick Fury. Nick Fury shows up, and he's basically talking to Selvig, and he's like, "Hey, man, like, we need your help with something that we need something like figuring out, right?" So he basically takes Selvig. Oh shit, my notes went all the way.
Selvig, he's taken to the Joint Dark Energy Mission Facility. That's what that's called, where he meets Nick Fury. Fury shows him the Tesseract, which in the comics, guys, it's the Cosmic Cube,
Right.
in a briefcase.
And he's like, "We don't know what this is, but we know that it is the source of unlimited power.
Yeah.
So we were wondering if you could." He's like, "Well, what is it?" Oh no, I remember. He's like, "What is it?" And Nick Fury's like, "We were hoping you could tell us because we don't even know what the fuck this is. So if you could just work your science bullshit and try to help us out." And then the camera's it's framed in a way where you see a reflection of him in a mirror.
Yeah.
Of Selvig. You see Selvig, but in the reflection in the mirror, not in real life. In the mirror, you see Loki.
You see
pull
Loki.
up. And Loki pulls up behind him, and he's observing the Tesseract because
Exactly.
he overheard the convenient ass part where it said unlimited power.
Exactly.
And that's where he shows up invisible, and literally just like he does this thing where he looks at his own reflection.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was like,
Selvig like looks at his reflection, but like it's really we're seeing Loki.
Yeah, like-
Loki's kind of looking back at him.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's just like a weird mind thing.
I think he's controlling him here.
Yeah.
Because he looks at his own reflection in the mirror and he just says like, "Well, I guess that's worth a look." And then Selvig is like, "Well, I guess that's worth a look."
Yeah, he repeats it.
And then black screen, which we know this continues. Literally, where this ends is not too far after it's not too far before how Avengers starts. Because the first Avengers movie starts with them trying to figure out what the cube is.
Yeah.
Legit. That's literally how it starts. So
Exactly.
this ends around where Avengers starts.
Yeah.
And man, I wish I could tell y'all that that's the next movie we're gonna review. But there's one more movie, one more solo hero that we gotta go over before.
That's
we
Captain
get to-
America, man.
Yeah,
I'm actually looking forward to that one. I'm looking
I am
forward
too.
to
You
watch
remember that one
one
a lot? Do you remember it all?
It's one of those things, man, where I think I saw it once, dude. It's one of the. I think it wasn't until Avengers, the first Avengers movie, and then Up, where I actually saw the movie more than once.
Gotcha.
But for some reason,
still kind of forget, man. I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, it was years
weird
ago.
like that. It was years ago, bro. 2012, bro.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Fucking Civil War. We were like what, 16?
We were 16, bro.
I remember watching that in theaters, bro.
Me too. I was
like,
Team Cap.
Fucking. Were you? I think I was. Team Iron Man. I think I was. Oh yeah, I was on Iron Man.
I could never
side.
be bossed around by government.
Come on, I mean, hey, man. It's just what.
You a slave.
I mean, not gonna lie, it's because Spider-Man was on Iron Man's team. So I was like, come on, man, Spider-Man 5. then again, I kind of like Iron Man's like reasoning, to be fair. But that's pretty. It's kind of that reminds me of the whole like, are you Team Edward or Team Jacob? Remember that situation,
That's
like
true.
Twilight type shit.
That's true.
That shit. That's just actually funny.
Yeah, man.
But I can't wait till we get to review those movies. And yeah, that's pretty much how it ends.
Yeah, man.
Guys. And actually, yeah, that's the ending. And so with that being said, before we get into our final rating, we're gonna get into our last segment, right, guys? And that is going to be reading recommendations. So here you guys go. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Reading Recommendations. This is the part of the show where we provide comic books that were used to inspire the film. Okay, guys, so yeah, the first one we have is Journey into Mystery, issue 83, August of 1962. This comic book issue shows us Thor's introduction into Marvel Comics. The issue introduces the mighty Thor, the god of thunder from the realm of Asgard, equipped with his trusty weapon, Mjolnir. The issue takes a deeper dive into Thor's mythology, as well as meeting some fellow Asgardians. All right, guys, so next up we have is Journey into Mystery, issue 84, September of 1962, by Larry Lieber and Jack Kirby. This comic issue introduces us to Thor's love interest, Jane Foster. Foster's backstory was very different from the one we're familiar with in the films. So Jane Foster in the comics was a nurse at a hospital and played a minor role in the comics until, eventually she became Thor herself. But yeah, in the very beginning, played a minor role in the comics, right? And in the film, she was actually portrayed as a scientist. All right, guys, so the next one we have is Journey into Mystery, issue 85, October of 1962, by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. This comic book issue introduces us to three of Thor's most vital side characters. His trickster god brother and arch nemesis of Thor, which is Loki, his father and ruler of Asgard, Odin, and his best friend and watcher of all realms, Heimdall. This comic issue shows Thor taking on Loki for the very first time while introducing Odin and Heimdall, much like the film does. All right, guys, so next up we have is Tales of Suspense, issue 57, September of 1964, by Don Heck and Stan Lee. This comic issue shows us a vague introduction of Hawkeye. While a beloved character in the MCU films, Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, was a more mysterious character with no clear backstory. And following the same trend as many heroes introduced in this time, he was established as a villain first, who turned good and becomes a vital member of the Avengers. Okay, guys, so the last one that we have here is Journey into Mystery, issue 118, July of 1965. By Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. This comic issue introduces us to the Destroyer. He was a hulking giant weapon built by Odin, but abused by Loki to kill Thor. The design on the Destroyer in the MCU resembles closely to his comic book look. And yeah, man, that was really cool about the Destroyer. The Destroyer, like I said before, built by Odin. It's enchanted Asgardian armor, right? And Loki tried using it many times to kill Thor, and it looks exactly like the comic books, which I definitely appreciate. But yeah, guys, that was the last one that we have. And with that being said, that is all that we have for reading recommendations. As always, guys, wherever you're listening to this, whether it's on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, anywhere you're listening to, check the description. We will have these comic book issues in the description in case you ever want to check them out yourself. So with that being said, let's get back into the show. All right, guys, we are back. That was reading recommendations, our final segment of the show. And now we're going to get into our final thoughts and our rating.
Yeah.
Hav, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. overall, man, I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, man.
I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was solid. I think it was pretty good. There's been a lot of talk about a lot of people saying that this is like a lot. Surprisingly, there's a lot of debate about this. I don't know if you knew this, but there's a lot of debate on this movie on whether or not it's a good Thor movie or not. And a lot of people make the argument that no, it's not, because Thor's not really Thor. Like, he's barely Thor. He doesn't really have his powers for most of this movie.
That's true.
In my opinion, I could see the argument, bro, but I think that's kind of what makes it endearing, is that it's a movie that shows whether he's actually worth having those powers and like proving himself to be worthy of being the king of Asgard. And when he shows that he's not, he gets stripped of his powers, gets banished on Earth, and he has to basically show his selflessness once again and prove his protection and everything like that. You know what I mean? So part of me doesn't really mind that he doesn't have his powers in this movie. But I will say that there is a feeling that I do have where it leaves me wanting. Like, I wanted to see more action.
That's true.
With him fighting with the
true.
hammer and like using the...
Because the only time he fights is when the destroyer pulls up, and even then, that was quick as fuck. That was it, bro.
And then in the
very beginning.
the very beginning against the Frost Giants,
And that's it.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he never summons lightning.
No, he doesn't.
That's so
I don't think he
weird.
does. No, he doesn't. The only time I think it does, when you hear it and you kind of see it, is when like he gets the hammer back.
Yeah, no,
Like,
yeah,
into
you
his
definitely
hand.
see it, but he doesn't ever summon it as
No,
a weapon
no,
against his enemies.
Not at all.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could see what some people are saying.
Do you?
But, yeah.
Actually, here's another question as well that I think I've seen people like make the argument. Did you buy him? Did you buy the whole arc of him becoming like in the very beginning super immature, selfish, and like by the end of the movie, him realizing, you know what, like this is for the greater good, and now I'm worthy. How'd you think about that transition from the very beginning to end? Do you think that it was solid? Do you think that it was maybe too quick? You needed more convincing, or what do you think?
I don't know, man. I think transition wise, I think he really transitioned when he was saving the people in Mexico when the destroyer pulled up. That was really when he was starting to transition to his selflessness. But the rest of the movie was more so humanizing Thor in a world where he doesn't have powers and he's grounded along with these other mortals.
I just think, I agree. But I kind of wish we got more scenes of him kind of transitioning to, because like I said, like you said, bro, as soon as the destroyer pulls up, he like kind of switches
and starts saving people
and stuff. I kind of wish that we get more scenes of him actually maybe participating with the community and understanding, wow, like these are great people, like you have great people here, or like this is a beautiful community, like more scenes of something like that, so it's a bit more believable.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I've noticed is like, dude, the switch up is like instant as soon as the destroyer pulls up, and like even that's like a 10-minute type of scene until he gets his hammer and he immediately kills him. And so I kind of wish that we saw more of that. But other than that, and obviously the whole power situation, I definitely agree with you. I mean, even though, yes, we didn't see him fight a lot, but I definitely understand what the story was about and what the purpose was. And that didn't necessarily ruin the experience for me. I just wish, like I said, that's like my only like issue that I kind of had, is I kind of wish that the transition of him being immature and selfless, we saw that gradually throughout the movie, him changing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than him just changing right off the bat as soon as the destroyer pulls up. Oh shit, let me save the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess that's that. I mean, we get so many cool, powerful scenes in this movie that really stood out to me. Like the very beginning, Loki and Odin, when Loki realizes that he's a frost giant, and same thing with Thor not being able to lift his hammer, him realizing that I'm not worthy. Really cool scenes, and I think it's a pretty good. I just took this away from you, bro.
Sorry. You're good.
I'm fucking sorry. What the fuck?
No, you're good.
But I mean, but what you're saying, people are arguing the whole controversy. I think it is a good Thor movie.
I think so.
I don't think this movie, like I said it before in the beginning. I don't think this movie is like amazing or outstanding, right? But I think it's solid. I think it's solid, and I think it's good. It's good for what it is. It's definitely better than the Thor: Love and Thunder, in my opinion. And it's definitely solid, man. Great scenes, great acting. The comedy in this film was also really cool and actually like fun, and I actually had a good time with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're good.
You're saying.
No, you're good. I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say that I don't think this is a bad Thor movie. I think it's solid.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think that him not having his powers for the majority of the movie was cool in developing his character development.
But I could definitely see the issue with that for some people.
I do, and I think maybe when we review Dark World, maybe that'll be uplifted a little more. I mean, definitely with Avengers.
Oh, for sure.
He's going to be throwing down against
For
the
sure.
Chitauri, and so he's going to be definitely like throwing down there and stuff like
sure.
that. But no, man, overall I thought it was a good movie. I mean, if you can get
Yeah.
past like Thor not having powers and the bleached eyebrows.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid movie with a good story.
Yeah.
I think the characters did a good job. I was more connected to Thor and Loki and basically more the Asgard aspect than I was the Earth people.
Oh, I guess another. Speaking of Asgard, I mean, Asgard did look great, but I kind of wish that we got to see more of Asgard in a sense how we saw the New Mexico village, how like the community is really like built and like bunch of people and stuff. I kind of wish we saw more of that with Asgard, because with Asgard, we just see like inside the palace and how empty it is, and
Yeah.
like just the 4 friends are there, like some guards and stuff. I kind of wish we saw more life to it in a sense. I mean, it looked great. I liked it how it looks, but I just wish that we felt more sense of like a community or something. And I don't know, maybe that could have played a part with Thor of going down into Earth and realizing, holy shit, you guys are just like my people. We have a great community like that as well.
Yeah.
Or something like that, you know?
Yeah. I also wish maybe there would have been a little bit more character development with the human characters.
Yeah.
With
That's true.
Jane,
That's
Darcy,
true. That's true.
Eric Selvig. I mean, other than a few scenes, and I really do mean a few, shared between Thor and Jane, I never really entirely bought the love interest completely.
No, that's true, bro. That's true. I kind of agree with it as well. You don't necessarily how do I explain this? Like, it's more to me. It kind of seemed like more of like lust.
Yes, that's what exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like, oh, you're hot. Like, that's it. It never. There's not like. It doesn't really build gradually to the point where like they build like a really solid connection.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's how I viewed it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you, bro. I definitely agree. I guess another thing as well we could talk about is what'd you think about the whole Laffy situation? Do you think that we should have got like a better scene with him, like maybe like a little boss fight or something? Because he just gets smoked by Loki, just like it's a rat.
I guess for me, it didn't really bother me because I kind of figured Loki would be set up to be the main villain. Right when you find out that he was the one that let the giants
for
in,
sure, yeah.
I was like, okay, so he's the one that's been pulling the strings all along. So I feel like he's going to be the main villain.
That's true, yeah.
And so for me, I don't think I'd minded so much that Laffy wasn't super important. I was more interested whether or not they were going to make Loki good or not, which I think they did Loki's character really, really good in this movie. So for me, it didn't bother me that much. I think like he served the purpose for what he what he was needed for.
Yeah, okay.
That's
agree.
how I
Yeah,
see it.
I can see it. I can see that, man. But I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much everything, man.
Yeah,
we pretty much
bro.
covered everything. So, Jav, you want to give your final verdict?
My final verdict, like I said, it's a solid Thor movie. I think it's worth a watch. It's really good. And I think I low-key kind of prefer this movie over Ragnarok and Love and Thunder. So I would give it
Love and Thunder for sure. I got to rewatch Ragnarok.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. But for me, I mean, I think I'm the same way. I got to rewatch Ragnarok, bro, but I just have a feeling I might like this movie a little more. So for me, I'm going to have to give this a 7.
Bro, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, bro.
A 7, man. It's a solid movie. Like, I put this up there with the Hulk, man. It's a solid movie.
Do you like it more than the Hulk?
That's a good question. I don't know. Do I like him more than the Hulk, bro? I don't know, man. I like them both equally. I would say, man.
Equally?
I think equally, I would like them both, man. I think the Incredible Hulk was solid, man. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Incredible Hulk, I gave it a 7 as well.
Yeah, I have a list on here.
Okay, cool, bet. I gave that one a 7 as well. So with this one, I definitely enjoyed it, just like the Incredible Hulk. This movie had less issues than Iron Man 2, I would say. Iron Man 2 had a bit more flaws.
Yeah.
So yeah, it perfectly. Yeah, I would say I'm giving Thor, man, 7, man. It's a good movie, man. It's solid Thor movie. I'm definitely interested and I'm definitely intrigued to check out the Dark World, man, and see how that plays out. And I want to know if like, are people really saying it's really trash? Because people were like shitting on Iron Man 2, and I didn't really think it was trash.
Right.
I think it was a fair movie. But yeah, a 7, man. So we both gave it a 7. That's nice. We actually agreed on that rating. But yeah, guys, that is going to be our rating. And now we are going to get into the very last portion of the pod, and that is questions from you guys. So yeah. All right, guys, we are back. Now we're going to get into the questions. All right, so first question. Shout out to Josue, man. It's from Josue.
Josu.
He says, "What do you guys think about the relation?" This is funny, bro. We actually just talked about this. What do you guys think about the relationship between Jane and Thor? Like, do you guys buy it or like? Just let me know your guys' thoughts on that. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, to me, it kind of felt like more or less like, "Oh, you're hot. I'm hot. Like,
it was more
get it
attraction.
I kind of wish we saw more a bit of connection. I think the only scene we got them from connecting was
realizing that science and magic are the same in his world and stuff.
Yeah, which is that night where like they're outside where he brings Selvig, back into the trailer and they have like that talk. I think that's the only moment we get. The rest is like, whoa, where he's like shirtless and he's like, oh, here's my ex-husband's shirt. Whoa. Or like when he takes the Thor hammer and we get that scene. And that's another thing we forgot to mention. Like there's some scenes that kind of campy a little bit where it zooms up on her face. She's like, oh my God. Or like something. Yeah. And it's just like, I thought that was funny.
I know what you mean.
But it's just some moments like that. And yeah, I mean, I kind of wish we
saw more scenes.
We saw like more of them. Yeah, more scenes.
I would have liked more scenes.
Yeah, that would have been definitely better, man. So unfortunately, we didn't get that, but it is what it is. But shout out to you, Sway. Oh, and he also says, he sent this to me. He says, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. That wasn't even me, bro. I didn't have any questions. That was my sister who asked you guys.
Oh,
I'm confused. So he said
so
this,
like not Josu, Josie.
What do you guys think about the relationship between Jane and Thor? Okay, I'm confused. Was it this one? I'm confused. Was it the pod, like the last pod we did, or was it this question? Because he sends me this question. Look, see, he sends me the question, and he's like, "Thank you, bro." Fire emojis, and then he sent that to me. He sent me the question at around 2:25 p.m. And he messaged me at 9:19 p.m. and he says this, "Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. That wasn't even me, bro. I didn't have any questions. That was my sister who asked you guys."
I'm thinking it's the Thor question.
Oh, that's right. I think Josue did mention that his sister's really into the MCU as well, or something, or like getting into it or something. So shout out to you, Josue's sister,
Josie.
Yeah, hopefully, that'd be pretty interesting if you listen to us as well.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be kind of pretty cool and pretty interesting. You and Josue could talk about it. Shit. Yo, did you catch the new Cape Shit episode? Hell no, fuck him. Yeah, but okay, bro. Shout out to you. Oh, shout out to your sister, right? Okay, so next up is gonna be from Sheldon, man. Sheldon M. He says, "Yo, dude, I was gonna say that I finished the latest Cape Shit podcast and it was great. Thanks for answering my questions, dudes."
Iron Man 2?
Iron Man 2.
Okay, cool.
Literally now it just popped into my head, so great timing, LOL. I remember the actor Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki, auditioned to play Thor.
Yep.
So I was gonna ask, like, what if he played as Thor? You think he could have been a good Chris Hemsworth? And he sends me the video of the audition shit. I think what you showed him. So we actually pretty much answered that, man. I mean, he does an amazing job as playing Loki. Honestly, it was so weird watching him in that blonde hair, but like I said, it's always going to be like those what if situations, because we've talked about it before. There's been many adaptations where a certain character or a certain actor does not look like as a character or whatever, but they do a great job at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've seen that before. So could it be that?
But it's also one of those things where it's like maybe we're just so used to seeing him as Loki,
it's just
that it's
really
hard
difficult
for us to see him as Thor.
Exactly, bro. It's like really difficult to.
That would be like, bro, like imagine like what if Chris Hemsworth did get the role of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
And you're just
right.
like, well, I don't know because I see him as Thor.
That's true, bro. It's
right. Like I don't know. I'd have to see it, I guess, because I can't see him as Spider-Man. You know what I mean? It'd be something like that, bro.
Yeah, dude. And you know what, guys? Actually, shout out to everyone asking questions. I want to know your answers. So, guys, hopefully next time when you guys ask questions, also provide your answer. What do you
think?
What do you think?
Because I'm assuming you're
we can read
asking
that
these
out.
questions because you have your own opinion on the matter.
Exactly.
So be sure to share it with us so that we could read it out and we can also debate it as well.
Yeah, that'd be really fun, man.
Yep.
That'd be really fucking cool. Okay, so this next one is from TJ. Shout out to you, TJ. He says, if you guys could add something to the movie to make it better, what would it be?
Ooh.
To make it better.
Better? I don't know.
Like I
said, are we limited to one thing?
That's actually a good question.
Or multiple things.
We could say multiple things. I mean, why not?
I would say
have the
more lightning action in the fighting scenes with Thor.
Yeah,
a little more lightning use.
More scenes with him and Jane.
I was gonna say that one too. I was gonna
flesh out the human characters a bit more.
See more of Asgard.
See more Asgard. Flesh it out more. What else? The villain. I thought, I mean, Loki was good as a villain. The Destroyer was cool. Maybe a longer little like a fight scene with Thor. You know, because with the Destroyer it was super quick. It was a wraps. But yeah, I think the main issue would be we wanted to see a little bit more of Asgard, more scenes with him and Jane, flesh out the human characters a little bit more. And I think it would. Yeah, I think that's. I can't really think of anything else, bro.
That's all I can think of.
That's all I could think of as well. So shout out to you, TJ, man. We appreciate it, man. Next up is gonna be from Luis, man. Shout out to you, Luis. Actually, I don't even think this is a question. This is like more of a statement. He said, "Man, fuck this shit." He says, "I just wish they would have kept this Thor." Yep, we agree, man. Being all majestic and stoic. Also, I didn't like how fast and easy Loki wiped out the Frost Giant King. Okay.
Laufey, yeah.
The movie built up to this moment, and that moment was gone as soon as we got it. Also, I would have loved Marvel to show the events that happened after Loki fell into that black hole, because the next time we see him is in the Avengers.
Yeah, that post-credit scene.
That's right. Okay, so
actually explain how he survived.
Yeah, so okay, let's break it down. So okay, yeah, we agree. This Thor is way better. They should have kept this Thor. The new Thor is fucking whack. It's trash. We agree with you, bro. Yeah, the whole Laufey situation. This is like I asked. That's funny because I asked you about this. What Hav said, I definitely agree with what Hav was saying. Is that the main point was Loki being the villain.
Yes.
So I definitely see that, and I definitely agree with that. So that's that, bro. Also, he says, would love to see the events after Loki fell into the black hole. That would be interesting, bro. Because next time we see him is true as the Avengers. He just pulls up. Like, yeah. How did you get there? How did you find out that How did you find out in that? Like, how did you get to that facility with Nick Fury, and oh shit, like the Tesseract? Like, how did that go about?
Yeah.
So I kind of agree with that, Luis. I kind of agree. We could have seen some more of that. Then again, they could have done like some comic shit. I don't fucking know.
Probably.
I don't know. But yeah, that was it, bro. He didn't have a question.
No question.
He just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just make a statement." Shout out to you, bro. We love hearing your guys' opinions, man. So next time, hopefully, when I ask you guys have any questions, you guys could provide the question. Also, give your own thoughts, and because we definitely like to hear your thoughts. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, most of you guys are probably more knowledgeable than me, man, with the MCU.
Low key,
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Low key.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But that's why I'm rewatching all this shit. So yeah, and that is all the questions I have.
That's all of them.
That's all of them, man. That's all of them, dude. Yeah, just to make sure, I guess, like a double check, really quickly here. Let me check real quick, because that should be all of them. I posted a thing here. Yeah, that's gonna be all of them. That's all the questions, guys. And holy fuck, man, we actually got through it, man. Thor, the first Thor movie. Any final thoughts, Hav?
No. Yeah, we're good.
All right, I just want to make sure. So, yeah, with that being said, guys, so hang up your capes, because that's going to be the end of this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for listening. And as always, we hope to assemble again very soon. But until then, wait for our signal. Take care, guys.
See you.